Okay, well, I have a mind too.
Cool.
Especially if you don't have anyone who actually has Revivify. I can give you time to get to like a town church.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like its
Fine,
main purpose, because you could probably find one in a lot of campaigns.
Mhm. I mean, how far away are we from the ship at the moment? Because we're like more or less the other side of town of them, aren't we?
We're in the warehouse district.
You're like halfway across town.
Halfway across town. Depending on how many fourth level slots Lou has,
But
they
to be
might be able
fair,
to get somewhere quickly.
I previously allowed Lou with a dimension door and a D4 number of rounds to make it from the guards post all the way up to the Union building, which is effectively
Three fourth level.
the same distance. So either they can use a dimension door and roll 1d4 rounds to run to the ship, or they can use two dimension doors to guarantee like a 2-round trip.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess in this case they'll have to make his strength checks to carry his army
Yeah,
if they want to run the remaining distance.
I was going to do the 2-dimension doors because
That's fair. You don't need to carry Zormir. Well, you just need to push
Lou's only
Zormir
got a
through the door.
strength of 10. It's not going to
your
work.
average person strength.
Yeah. And Lou doesn't want that on his conscience.
Oh, by the way, just in random news. So you know I was
Yeah.
playing Pathfinder on Wednesdays?
Mm-hmm.
Barbarian's really fun. I one-shot every enemy with a single hit in the encounter. They do a lot of damage, it turns out. Like, damn.
Is that weapon specific or unarmed?
I could do 14 damage with an unarmed attack.
Oof.
At level 1.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
pretty
bad.
good.
It's not bad.
Mm.
I crit someone for like 30 with my scythe.
All right, I believe we're time to go.
Almost there.
Yep.
Yep. Let's change thingy.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen and individuals of all kind, welcome back to another exciting episode of World of Alterra, episode 53, Race Against Death. And truly, it's a race against death, this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
What?
Hello there.
I feel like I'm being called out.
Previously on Alterra, the party encountered the very deadly spectre known as the Einsmerst, in which they very...
Wait. I think you'll find it. We found a very deadly us.
Yeah, I'm not sure to describe that encounter. In which the party faced their ultimate foe, replications of themselves.
Well,
And
he-
Zormir basically punched himself in the face.
yeah, he double crit himself and knocked himself unconscious immediately.
The Einsmites appears to want to destroy the celestial egg for unknown reasons, something to do with it being the last threat to the heavens. The point has begrudgingly gone with the Einsmerst to buy the party more time before the Einsmerst catches on that the destroyed illusionary egg has in fact not destroyed the real egg, and has thus been kidnapped by the celestial Einsmerst. Under the command of who was it the Einsmerst reported to here? The Mad Jester.
Yeah, remember the jester?
Kretuk or something like that?
I
Cossack?
think it's Kiris.
Garrus or something like that.
Kiris.
Yeah, it'll be the divine god Kiris, the Mad Jester of the Imperial Court. And Zormir was tragically punched to death by themselves.
Yep.
They hurt themselves in their own confusion.
The
They
point
had some help with the 7th level magic missile.
Oh yeah, and that.
point as a negotiation tactic managed to get the Einsmerst to teleport Zormir's body back. To note, the Einsmerst did not teleport back the actual device, so you have lost the mirror transportation device that you were previously gifted.
I thought he did.
No, because it needs to be recharged for another time.
Ah, right.
So I believe the point technically has that right now.
Okay. I
Or
remember
at
there
least
was
the Ainsworth's just gonna
I
throw
rem-
it to the point.
I remember there was something to do with it, like mentioned at the end of last session. I couldn't remember what it was.
Yes, the Ainsmerce is able to supercharge the device effectively by touching it, which is just because it uses the spectral energy. The Ainsmerce can just like auto-charge it whenever it wants
Fair.
because it's made out of that. And used it to teleport Zormir back before kidnapping the point.
Fair enough.
As part of like the point, trying to negotiate with the creature of, hey, send my dying friend back and I'll go with you.
I didn't think it was
Send my dead
I
friend.
might say I think
back.
it was send my dead
Not
friend
my
back.
dying friend.
Well, at the time they were dying, it's just the Ainsmer sent them back before the point could heal them, or Zormir died just before the point got there to heal them. So unfortunately, Zormir went back dead. But that is where we return to the inside of the abandoned workshop that you were using for the mirrored rooms. Zormir is dead and has just recently died. There is 9 rounds on the clock before Zormir's soul separates from their body. Since it appears that Zormir did not equip or have the soul shard on them for their soul to enter. So are risking their soul going to the celestial planes, which you're not entirely sure you want in this reality, where the gods have gone mad. But leaving
Nah.
leaving not Gwen, leaving Lou. God, my brain is so fried today. Leaving Alvina, Zormir, and Lou. Blah blah blah. Who knows? Let's say hi. Let's just do introductions. Wolfie, say hi. Zormir, say hi.
Howdy!
Huh?
Zormir, say hi. Fuku, say hi.
Hello there.
Lou, say hi.
Oh, and if you're watching on my stream, apologies, there's no webcam. There is a reason for that. Moving on.
And the point and Gwent will not be with us. They will, well, the Gwent will just be a background NPC, and the point's being kidnapped. With all that said, welcome to today's session. I will be your DM. I'm Chris McKenzie. Blah blah blah. Let's play some games.
Let's play some games.
Let's play some D&D. We return to the party just outside the warehouse. The 2 golems are still blocking the alleyway with Norman Kent, your clerk assistant or clerk liaison, still just at the edge, keeping a distance. What would the party like to do?
Shit.
The
Dimension door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruggy's like, is he dead?
Looks it. Lou, take him. You can teleport,
Yeah,
right?
get
So,
him
One
somewhere.
grabs dimension doors.
You drag the body of Zormir out into a nice clearing so you can kind of push him through the door, and you begin casting your spell. While that is happening, we are actually going to return to the ship. We're going to flash sideways, and we're going to return to our new, very pretty, upgraded pixel art version of the Dawnriser.
I really
Ooh,
like it.
look at that.
I really like it. It's awesome.
Ignore the fact that all the characters are on here. Just, hey, you guys aren't here. Go away.
It identifies which room we're in. And the point's unkidnapped. We win.
Let's see, who have I got?
think
Only
Zombie
Gwent
is-
and the NPC should be here. Oh,
Zombie
Zormir, you're
Storm.
dead. What are
It's
you
not-
doing here?
It's not even all the NPCs. It's just that Mr. Popular and Jones and like Emmy.
Abigail's still away visiting
I've
extended
Gwent's there.
family. And she will be until I've come up with a new Abigail plot.
Mm.
Or at least a continuation of the plot. But yes, we flash sideways to Zormir's room, where something rather peculiar is happening. Bob, do you want to tell us what's happening in Zormir's room?
Oh, no, it's in the medical bay.
Was it in the medical bay? Why is it in the medical bay? Well, we flash sideways to the medical bay. Do you want to tell us what's happening in the medical bay?
That's where it's kept.
Okay, that's a little alcohol, fair enough.
You hear a sort of beeping sound. Zormir, Zormir protocol activated. And this Warforged sort of stand up just looks out and looks at Gwent and is like, Zarmir has been knocked down.
I don't have a specific icon, so I'm just going
Yeah.
to rename your icon.
Z-bot recovery.
Is Gwent aware of this Warforged?
Nope. No one's aware of him because he
Okay,
activates
Gwen's just
every
having a
time.
heart attack now.
He activates every time that Zarmir goes down, but no one knows he's activated because no one's ever there. So this is kind of
That'll explain why we don't know it, because it's in the med bay.
yep.
Because no one's in the med bay when you die.
I guess Gwent, who's fresh to this med bay, for they only arrived in this new world and they're just using the previous med bay and is unaware of all of this. Gwent hightails it the fuck out of there as soon as seeing it.
Whoa, wait there, Horseman, stay there. Sure.
I don't think
I'm
that'd
sorry,
stop Gwen. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Was it Z-bot? Gwent takes a defensive position.
You have startled the Master Gwent. Shut up, you.
Why is Z-bot talking to itself?
Because he's an amalgamation of two things. He's the spores. Because he's a spore druid.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Okay, we've got a mushroom robot.
Okay, so he's definitely being stored in like a little alcove to the left that is supposed to be part of the understairs.
Yeah, he's under there and the mushrooms have infected it. I'm thinking, that's the gist, right?
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
This is how I've come up with the concept of he's part Zormir's creation, part Assassin's problem of the mushroom networks infected him. Hey. Daddy-O's gone down and we need to get him up back again. Come on, move it, Horseman. You got all the spells. I got some tricks as well that can keep this guy from dying here. We gotta move. Come on.
I am so happy I was able to make it this week.
Please give me a persuasion check to see if you can persuade Gwen.
It's not gonna be that great considering he's...
If you nat wonders and Gwent locks himself in the room.
Persuasion.
That'd be the most roundabout suicide I've ever heard of.
Yeah. 6.
You just hear from through the locked door. Nope. Not dealing with this today. You hear like several locks being chained on the other side.
Yes, I'm going myself.
What would Z-bot recovery like to do now that Gwent has locked themselves in their room?
I'm gonna tail it up through the ship. And just to give you even more nightmares, this guy can see 120 feet around him in all directions.
Fun.
Cool. So it's got a 360 camera for a head.
Pretty much, unless you
he's got
start
an orb.
putting bright lights in his face, and then he loses that. He goes blind for a bit.
Makes sense.
I'm assuming like he's tracking Zormir's armor or something.
I've not quite figured out how he's tracking entirely. I've got this weird idea that I didn't quite run past the GM yet, but at some point, yeah, I'm gonna hightail it to this up on this off boat as quick as I can. I have 30 feet movement. Do I have any spells to make this faster?
You have a druid.
Oh yeah.
You have an 11th level druid, I'm assuming. You can make yourself a lot faster.
I'm gonna basically move until I try to get myself up to the top of the ship.
That's fair. It'll probably only take you like 2-3 rounds. So while you're hightailing yourself to the top deck of the ship, we'll Slide, do something. We'll go
Zoom.
back to
Shift.
Lou.
Zoom back
Well-
to Lou.
We'll shift back to Lou. Lou, you've just taken a step through. How are you taking Zormir through the door? Are you rolling them across the ground? Are you dragging them just kind of dragging them with the shoulder if their legs dragging? Are you attempting to like just under the weight, just kind of princess carry them through the door? How does Lou carry Zormir through the dimension door?
Don't forget, they're also casting leveled spells.
Oh, for
Wild Surge.
for Wild Search.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
do
that's fair
have
enough.
one
I
backed up.
never used this. Go ahead and let's do Wild Surge. You know what? Do I want to do it on the first one or do I want to do it on the second one?
Do them both.
Do them both. I'm pretty sure you have to roll anyway.
You do. Well, the first one of them, you have a guaranteed this activates in the bank. And the other one you'd have to roll.
Once per turn, blah 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 blah.
Because
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Because Lou's giving you the what's it called? Luck ability that he's got.
Then luck.
Yeah.
It's the only luck ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you use the bend luck, which means that one of them is going to happen
16.
at some point whenever the GM
16.
wants.
Nothing happens. Describe to me how you carry Zormir through the dimension door.
Lou would be at the top of his head and put his arm under his shoulder. Struggles to drag him.
I'm carrying.
Yeah.
It's quite the
Yeah.
effort, but even with your strength 10, but you are able to eventually do so. Sweat pouring down your brow as you pull them through the first dimension door. You find yourself. Where's halfway point?
You're like
Where's Shadow Cove? You're Shadow Cove.
maybe
Let's
about
say,
here-ish.
Yeah, somewhere over there. You find yourself just under the walkways next to the warehouse district of a bustle of ooh. Roll me a d20 for luck. Let's see how unluckily close to those rails you are.
9.
9. Ooh, a little unlucky, not entirely though. As you come through the dimension torch, you find yourself only about 10 feet away from the rail track as you hear a large bustling sound of a motorized cart coming whirling towards you.
If Lou got hit by a train on the way back to save some from being dead, that would have been so funny.
Give me a dexterity save. It's going to be a low DC, but the gust of wind creates a almost a vacuum as it whirls past you. As we all know, unfortunately, you're on the wrong side of the yellow line for the train. As a dexterity saving throw to not be pulled into the vacuum of the passing,
Train.
effectively train, motorized cart.
There we go. 11.
11 passes. As you're able to kind of just using Zormir to anchor yourself, kind of pull yourself back with the extra weight, and are able to cast your second dimension door. Go ahead and roll me your d20 for surge chance.
13.
Unlucky, but not a 1, which is what matters. As you are able to transport Zormir back onto the top deck of the Dawn Riser. Let's go ahead and throw the minis on. No, where'd Zormir go?
He's dead.
I swore,
It took him off.
I swore I copied both of them there. Well, apparently only Lou managed to make it through the dimension door.
He left Zormir on the train tracks.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
And you know what? Lou is...
There was something I
Yeah.
It's
We're
a
still on
commentary
the
moment here.
yeah, we're still on the city map at the minute.
Yeah, I'm just meddling around with icons here.
Got to drop
you
that. There we go.
This was
There's
switching
one
out.
more, Blue Grim.
We're just switching out Lou's one for the one that was already here, since it's proportioned correctly. As
He's-
you're
he's a
able
bit
to,
stretched out now, but
what's that?
he's a bit stretched out now.
What, Lou?
He's at a weird
he is a little
proportion,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's not that stretched out. There you go. Yeah, you guys are all such a. But Zbot, you're able to make your way to the top deck just as they arrive, as it takes you both around 2-3 rounds to get there. Lou, as you come onto the ship, just before Zbot burst onto the deck, you're looking around and there's currently nobody here. Gwent is presumably down in the lower deck. And it sounds like you might have to drag Zormir all the way down. How do you plan on getting Zormir down the stairs? Unfortunately, you didn't want to risk dimension dooring into the lower bit of the deck, just because it's a little bit more tricky with 2 people.
Roll.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be rolling downstairs.
You're gonna roll them downstairs. Well, as you start dragging them towards the
Yeah,
stairs,
I'm gonna tuck his head in a bit.
Make sure he doesn't break his neck.
I like how you did have options of like calling. Well, even the golems aren't here. Go away, golems. You're also away. Yeah, you could have called Gwent up to like help you or anything, but you're like, no, let's just drag Zormir down the steps. As you're preparing to
Time
drag
is of
Zormir
the
down the
essence. I've got
steps,
no time to think.
the stairway doors burst open, and describe to Neil what Lou sees there, Bob, as Zbot bursts into the scene.
This Warforged that looks like it's covered in like spores and everything else, and it looks a little bit manic and a bit half sort of manic, but half sort of cool and calm and sort of. It's like there's two. You can almost see the two distinct different personalities.
Psychopathic.
No, two different personalities existing at once. There, as it one maniacally grins at you, and the other one sort of it seems like a sort of pleasant smile towards you.
I mean, does Lou think it's a
Simple
fade?
yes
or
would have been.
It's fade back.
And as these, as it would approach, you go from the nice person. It would have been, Master Grimm, you have arrived.
We'd be like, what?
G-Man, you got the person I was looking after. Boop.
Go away. I'm seeing things.
Who turns away?
Having
like,
a stressful. This can't be real. I'm dreaming.
Again. Hey.
Nice. As Zbot performs their let's see. Now they're actually casting, aren't they? What's the arcane color like for Zbot? Given that they have effectively 2 personas in them. Do they have 2 differing colors? When they cast their arcane magic, how do their arcane spells look? Are they done in 2 colors, and if so, what colors?
It would be in 2 different sort of colors. It would be a mixture of sort of greens and brown. Sort of the green being more of the healthier part, and the brown being more the manic decaying part.
Is it like
Okay,
a
so
perfect split, or is it
Who
like a
doesn't
case
know
of
who
like
this
mold
person
on
is?
the circles?
It's a bit chaotic.
A bit more patchy.
Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. Why he kind
Lucy's
of
this strange person casting, so Lou's gonna.
Lou's going to what, sorry?
I'm joking, but
You cat out there, Neil. What'd you say?
I'm saying because Lou doesn't know this person casting, he's gonna counter.
Can't spell a gentle repose. That is a play. That is a move.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out there, Neil. I don't know what's happening there.
Oh. Yeah, I was just saying, like, because Lou doesn't know this character, he's casting Lou's counterspell,
Mhm.
but that's just a joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. As you begin to react, something speaks to the back of your mind that maybe this robot seems friendly, as chaotic as their personality is. As the emerald arcane spell begins to take form, you see it patched with brown dust along the arcane circles as two circles burst and the magic sweeps over Zormir, seeming to stabilize them.
Master Lou,
Lou
could you,
looks at Zormir and looks at Zebot
Master,
quizzically.
Master Lou, could you help me with getting Mr. Gwent to help our creator? Yeah, we need someone to fix the Z-Man.
Mm.
I'll be back in a minute.
Right.
The one person I needed here. And he's gone.
It's
Uh,
fine.
I
we've got
thought
10
I was a madman.
It's fine. We've got 10 days.
We've got 10 days to get Zormir's downstairs now. I think we can accomplish it. As Lou and Zbot, I like. What do you call that kind of carry where like one grabs the hands and the other grabs the feet?
Chair carry.
Hmm.
What carry?
Chair carry.
Chair carry.
I've never heard it called a chair carry.
Fireman carry.
It's not a
No,
fireman
fireman
carry.
carry is when it goes over the shoulder.
Yeah, that's the famous one.
Wow.
Or
I
Well,
thought it was
either
the same,
way,
I thought it was
Zormir
Saber's carry,
is-
to be fair, so...
Zormir is
you-
carried down the stairs and into med bay.
Where Zormo will be resurrected.
Sorry about that.
It's fine.
I put Zormir on the table. Here you go, Zormir. You gotta be on the table. Have the two other characters overlooking you. But look, if you're back, you and Zbot have carried Zormir down into the med bay, and Zbot is asking if you can coax Gwent out of their room that they have locked themselves into on the site of Zbot.
I will certainly try.
How would you like to
Um,
do so?
just gonna go outside then.
But look, you go
And-
up to the door. What do you say to Gwent?
I'll politely knock on his door.
Maybe give them a sugar cube.
You just hear a voice of Gwent from inside. Nobody's home.
I'll
Any
just leave
evil
a message.
Nobody's here. Lou, is
Because
it you?
nobody's here, I'll just leave a message that Zormir is dead and that he's lying in the medbay table, and
Awaiting
would-
resurrection.
probably really appreciate if somebody could bring him back to life.
Have you been enslaved by the robots?
No,
I don't like that
it's
pause.
something to do with Zormir.
There was a slight hesitation in your voice there. Are you sure?
Yes. Okay, it's new to me as well, but they're fine.
Luke, give me a persuasion check to convince Gwen you have not been enslaved by the robots.
Skynet isn't real.
I don't know if I trust that.
Oh no.
That's what somebody enslaved by a robot would say.
We're gonna have to wait again, and Gwent's gonna be so mad at me because I'm gonna punch his door in again.
But Lou, apparently Gwent doesn't believe you. Thinks that you might be enslaved by this new robot. What do you do, Lou? Zormir's dying.
He's dead. He's not even dying. He's dead.
Oh, Zormir's dead.
I will use my awakened mind and telepath to go in and explain calmly that
The fuck just happened?
I am Lou Grim, tiefling, not robot.
What? He wasn't questioning if you were a tiefling, just if you've been enslaved by the robots. But while you have that telepathic communication, and it takes some time to convince Gwen, we're gonna flash sideways back to the alleyway in Shadow Cove where we left the rest of your party members. Alvina and Fukyu.
Mhm.
I don't know why Gwen's here.
I was wondering why Gwent was there. I was going to bring it up.
So happens I just moved the group as one. What are the two of you doing? You have two golems and a very nervous clerk with you.
Were the golems ours?
One of them is.
They are the two golden golems that you brought with you to carry things.
Yeah, one of them's mine. I think the other one was connected to Zormir, so I've got no fucking idea how it
No,
moved.
Zormir's one is dead. The other is connected to the point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whether...
To be fair, they have general command access for all party members for convenience of meta gaming.
Mhm.
You just don't get the attuned features of them.
Yeah.
Or like older features of them.
Should we head back to the ship then, or?
Probably. I imagine Lou's probably fucked up talking to Gwent and Gwent's hiding or something.
I mean, yeah, it's probably.
Why would you just assume that?
Because it's Alvina and she assumes that things are going to go as wrong as possible at any given moment.
I mean, the last time Gwen.
It's not easy trying to convince a coward to come into a dangerous situation.
The last time you tried to convince someone, you threatened to kill them.
Yeah. And you ran off and got
I
the
wasn't
cops.
trying to convince them.
You were?
You were. You were trying to convince them, like, to go get someone, or
I was giving him an incentive to help us.
Yeah, it wasn't really an incentive.
You said that
It was
I'd
more-
break him
The
in half.
intent was.
The intent might have been, but it didn't come out that way.
He ran for it. Called
He
the
didn't
police.
proceed it that way.
Yeah, I'd say we go
I
back.
mean,
Right.
yeah. You with the face. I can't remember your name. Come with us.
I take it you're speaking to Norman.
Yeah.
As the little gnome kind of just like straightens up their shirt and a kind of how dare you not know my name posture. I am the prestigious Norman Kent,
Norman, what now?
an administrator to her honorable name that even the DM cannot remember.
Fuck you, turn self in. Did he just say his name's a cunt?
Maybe. I wasn't listening.
Come face, come with us.
I wasn't listening. Golem's back to the ship.
Yeah, fuck you, turn
Beep
Golem. Golem, initiate go home protocol.
The
Oh, no,
honorable
that sounds well, we done it.
Keyor.
Yes, Grancelli.
At this point, fuck you's just completely ignoring Norman.
Or Nora. But the party over time eventually makes their way back to the ship, taking either the overpass or the going for the warehouse districts. Dealer's choice, doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Let's
just
go
gets back
ahead
to the
and
ship.
put you back over here for now. But that'll take you a good 10-20 minute walk and stroll through the busy avenues as we return back to the Dawn Rise.
We're not in a hurry, apparently.
I mean,
Summer's already dead. What
yeah,
running
Zombie's
into
dead.
possibly go wrong?
He's already dead. He can eat. The chances are he's either still dead when we get there, or
He's been resurrected.
he's alive. Yeah.
Alvina's of the opinion of, well, I'll be needed if Lou's fucked up talking to Gwen, but he's gonna keep hiding in there, and it's not gonna go anywhere. So,
Zbot, you were doing something, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Yes, this form and go in underneath the door.
Into Gwen's room?
Yes.
Fair enough, you
You're
do so.
gonna kill him.
I'm not gonna kill him.
So you're T1000.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
To be fair, give me a perception check.
Perception check?
No.
Well, apparently you don't need a perception check, because there's not many places for a ghost centaur to hide in this room.
Okay, that's
I'm
not.
gonna put him under the blanket because it's funny.
This is centaur shit blanket.
Yeah.
You look around. There's a quivering blanket with a centaur shape underneath it.
Might
We're
not,
still,
Some
still on
sticking out.
the we're still on city map as well, just in
Oh,
case.
Dev C-Map. Yep. Thank you.
my natural perception is an 18.
Yep. You easily see the hoof sticking out from under the blanket.
Oh no.
What would you like to do?
Just gaseous forms up beside him. And then drops the spell.
He's gonna die. You're gonna give him a heart attack.
Yes.
Give me an
You've basically just ghosted into there.
give me an
Yeah.
accidental intimidation check with advantage.
Accidental intimidation.
Please not
Yeah,
tell me
accidental
this.
intimidation.
Please not tell me
Alright.
this.
You technically want low for this.
Double 20.
Yeah.
Double 20.
There's-
That would be amazing.
Double 8.
Oh,
Alright.
double eight.
It was a double.
Okay, so luckily, apparently, you're not that intimidating once you gaseous form into places. I don't know why. The players can come up with a reason as to why.
Gwent's got his eyes closed.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most logical reason.
I'm just gonna go with the back and forth between Lou has succeeded. So Gwent is no longer afraid of Zbot. As you gaseous form in, was just about to come out.
It was just hugging up to them and going, "Who are we hiding from?"
As for some inexplicable reason, Gwent finds themselves oddly, characteristically drawn to you, as you also attempt to hide. There's a kinship. Fellow coward. Oh, maybe we'll get along after all.
There's a space under that blanket for two.
Oh no.
Given that TR isn't actually here, that's all the role playing we're doing with Gwent. Gwent's not back to the NPC space. Gwent can fill in the blanks when they're back as to why this friendship and bond festered into something more.
Festered. I love that being the word of choice. It's festered.
But Gwent comes out. Gwent and Zbot come out through the door, and get to work resurrecting Zormir. Now, as we all know, resurrection is a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
Involving all kinds of things that I haven't looked up yet. What do you require?
The
What are you?
diamonds that we definitely went out of our way to buy.
Is Race Dead the lowest level they have?
I mean, do they have
Revivify.
Revivify?
Oh, yeah, they do have Revivify. Just fucking got Revivify. Cast Revivify, boom, bada bam. That's not the thing you hear. Zormir, you hear a calling from the great beyond, or you hear a calling while you're hovering above your body.
Mm-hmm.
As we all know, when a soul dies, they very slowly, over the course of a minute, begin to separate from their body. But for that minute, they are still attached and are kind of just dangling off the body like a balloon, as the body is moved about. So Zormir has just been going on a little adventure, like only their head popping out, because it'll only be one round, as their body has just been like double dimension doored, nearly run over by a train, been like dragged down some stairs, and been thrown on a table.
Also shifted dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Also shifted dimensions. It's been a real hectic thing. Now, Zormir, I'm gonna leave it up to you whether or not the dimension hopping caused any interference with the spell that may delay your awakening and reattachment of the soul, or if you just come back to. You have the choice basically of being in a coma for 24 hours or just
I'll go
coming
with
to, depending on what you'd like.
We'll go for the coma for 24 hours because I ain't doing 3 different fucking characters here.
Hey,
Three
player's
different
choice.
voices.
You chose that concept.
I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, once Zormir's awake, wouldn't Zbot just like go back into
Depower.
stasis?
Shut down, yeah.
Yes, but the DM
Normally-
is effectively offering Bob a chance to play as Z-Bot for a
What do you
session.
mean, normally?
Normally, because it wasn't really infected with a bunch of spores that's given them druidic powers now.
Fair.
But as Gwent begins to revivify, they look over at the rest of the party, at Zbot and Lou, and suddenly hung their head and inform Lou, "Oh, I'm sorry. I think he's too far gone. I think he's dead. Permanently." No, I'm only joking. No, he's just gonna be in a coma for 24 hours because he died in a different plane. Yeah. Planar travel really interferes with soul reattachment. Soul's still there, luckily, but gonna take an extra 24 hour. You should see how long it takes if they're in like a further dimension. Yeah, well, I'm going back to bed now. Bye.
I love
don't
the
really want to
concept.
know.
I honestly love the concept that Gwent just made that shit up on the spot as an excuse.
So if we put them in another plane, in a pocket dimension, and then... Oh. Sorry.
Nope, just let them rest. Just that they'll wake up on their own. You hear 7 locks go on the other side.
Only 7.
Only 7.
Yeah, I bust out the rest. The rest still need repair.
That's cool. But yes, Zormir is going to be lying there as they I guess you can like put them up in their actual bed once they come back to it. They don't have to stay on the table anymore. But otherwise, Zebot and Lou, you two are free to do whatever you want. Take Zormir to their bed if you would like, or leave them on the table. I'll leave it up to the player's discretion. After about 5-10 minutes, the rest of the party show up. So, would you like to do anything before the rest of the party shows up?
Yeah, have a strong drink. Lou's had a tough day so far.
Does Lou have their own like stockpile, or do you just go to the kitchen and grab whatever's publicly available?
Lou's got his own alcohol.
His own
Oh,
moonshine.
your own little storage. Are you keeping it in that room of yours?
Yes.
Where are you keeping it in that room of yours? Is it under the bed? Is it in the bed? Is it somewhere where it's not being blasted?
It's under the pillow.
Yes, the one area that isn't scorched or frozen.
The pillow's got like a warding spell on it.
It's pillow vodka. It's pillow vodka.
But you're able to grab that drink and have a quick drink. Zebo, would you like to do anything before the rest of the party arrives?
He's gonna wild shape into something that's strong enough to just pick up, manhandles Zormir up to his bedroom.
A bear or an ape
Yeah.
or something.
What is Zebot's like base strength normally?
It's only 12.
Wow, for a robot. I mean, fair, 12's not too bad. Like
It's
you
above
maybe
average.
might struggle. It's slightly above average. You might struggle, or it might wind you a bit to carry Zormir, given all the armor. But like it would be possible in your normal form. But if you want to wild shape into something stronger, you're able to do so.
Yeah.
But in short succession, you're able to bring Zormir up and place them into their bed. Into their very Spartan room.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't given any instructions of anything else that's in this room. Apparently, it's just a bed.
No, I think
just fine.
That makes sense
That's-
for Zomir's room, to be honest.
that is kind of how Zormir has it, because that's the reasons that he bought exists, because he spends so much time in the lab that he kept on falling asleep in the lab and almost dying, so he made a protocol for this robot to be activated whenever he essentially passes out or drops unconscious, or
Apparently dies.
just starts dying, so he can get him healed and recovered.
Fair. But yes, feel free to move yourself anywhere around on the ship as the rest of the players arrive. And let's just go ahead and grab your minis down here, throw you up onto the top deck. We're just gonna move sort of back into his Pokeball. You can go away for now. There we go. Fuck you, Alvina, and the Golems, and Norman, who doesn't need a mini. He's just going to stand by the gangplank out. You arrive on the ship and apparently see Z-Bot at the helm.
If I
What?
No one's seen him before.
Who are you?
one moment, I'll get it.
Master, fuck you. What is the problem?
He knows who I am. Kill it!
I was about to say way ahead of you.
Don't be like that, mate. Don't be like that, fellow Chaos brother.
I actually did fire a firebolt at you, by the way.
Okay. A firebolt would hit.
Yeah, fuck. 17.
Oh, no. As Z-Bot is technically a
That's why I'm like,
a player character.
I was like,
Do the old DM. Bob, do you consent to Alvina attacking Z-Bot?
I consent because they don't know who I am.
Yeah, it's literally the one of it's a shot. I was perfectly happy for Z-Bot to like duck behind something to avoid the firebolt to the face and things.
Well, Z-Bot takes a firebolt to the face, and you take 17 fire damage. Z-Bot, what would you like to do?
15 fire.
Yeah, that's a really good roll.
Oh.
It's alright.
Yeah, that's bright light that in my face. But does that count as
I have no idea. It depends what the item is.
cloak of many eyes?
No.
I think it has to be daylight,
Any
doesn't it?
items
Daylight.
that you're carrying are worn don't catch fire.
No, it's not catch
No,
fire. It doesn't count as a bright light.
No,
Right
you can
enough.
technically give off illumination, which is what matters for that definition.
Cool. Then
Okay.
you're fine.
It's not bright enough to.
It just burns.
Alvina's fire is kind of like a bright red. It doesn't give off too much light.
Yeah, given there's actual things that do give off illumination, and Firebolt isn't one of them, we're gonna stick to things that just specifically say they illuminate.
Yeah, fairy fire, Alvina.
No. He's just gonna stand there and go, "Ow, Alvina, that's uncalled for."
Who the hell are you? Why are you at our helm?
The Z-Man never told you about me?
Who the
I'm
fuck's the
hurt.
Z-Man?
Dr. Zormia created me to recover him whenever he is injured or incapacitated.
Wait, is that Fade with a new body?
Who is Fade?
I'm assuming it's probably not. I think we'd have
Okay,
figured it out by now if it was Fade.
I mean, not necessarily, but
Yeah.
I mean, I can barely remember. I know he was like a robot man, but kind of. Why do you have a mushroom sticking out your head?
I don't know.
Right, kill it.
Whoa.
While the characters somehow come to an understanding of it, we're gonna take our first quick 5-minute break there, 'cause I ran out of water. And after the quick 5-minute break, presumably the characters will not be trying to kill each other, but feel free to roleplay in the meantime. I'll be back with some more water.
Wait, so Zormir made you to save him?
So, are there other ones of you for the rest of us?
I don't know. I would have to talk with the bot person in the other half of this noggin of mine to know.
What?
Hey, Lauren Pop. Yes? I don't know. I was made merely for Zormia.
Why are you talking with two voices?
Because it's two person. There's a creation and there is some foreign entity inside me. Yes, I'm spores.
I mean,
And
just opens the mouth, closes it, opens the mouth, closes it. Throws her arms up in the air, walks down in the kitchen. Fuck it. Don't care.
One part is Dormia's creation, other seems to come from someone else. I don't know who my daddy is.
I mean, mushrooms are part of Assassin's shindig thing. So probably Assassin.
Oh. Where is they?
What?
Where are they? I'd like to say hello.
Actually, that's the point. Where are they?
I don't know.
Because Assassin hasn't seen, or fuck you hasn't seen Assassin since the mirror incident.
Yeah, Alvina, if Alvina's the one that knows that she's just
Nobody
left.
has.
No, Alvina knows she went off and died, remember?
Ah.
She died of a lactose intolerance on a quest for milk. Or something like that.
As far as Alvina knows, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh. Okay, so they're dead.
Ah, that's no good.
Milk-related incidents.
Yeah.
Are you
Apparently
sure?
they're lactose intolerant, so...
Yep.
Unless one of your mushrooms starts ringing, then answer it,
I
because
don't
that
know.
might be them.
Well, I'll keep an eye out. And just a bunch of eyes pop out every direction.
God, kill it!
Hey, you gotta stop that. I thought we were friends.
Alright, I'm back.
I don't know you!
I don't know.
But I've been programmed with some of the knowledge of you. Well, the boring part has.
I mean, okay.
Quit talking about me like that.
So, do you like have a name or something?
I am Z-Bot Recovery.
That's boring. It's a boring name. You Zormir should call you something better, like Bob.
Why, Bob?
First name that came in my head.
There.
But bud.
Alright. As the party get to know, acquaint themselves with this new mechanical character that seems to have temporarily joined your party, you are given information from Gwen, because I fucking can't remember the word for dispensing information.
I said dispensing information.
Yeah.
You're debriefed. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. You're debriefed by Gwen that Zormir is suffering the effects of planar death. Because that's what we're going with. That's what we're going to call it. Planar death sickness, in which their soul is going to take up to 24 hours to reknit itself back to the body. Just to do with the fact that they died in a different plane and then got teleported back. And Gwen doesn't want to go into the details, and neither does the DM.
He's lazy, got it.
Do.
And
Zormir's soul's very lazy. That's what I mean.
you are reassured that Zormir is very much alive. They're just going to be in a temporary coma.
Yay.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Maybe.
This is where Bob really likes playing his
Maybe.
new character, and Zormir just drops dead.
Nah,
He just stays in the coma.
Yeah.
this is just for me to cause chaos for a little while.
Oh god, the rest of the party's not going to survive. Never does when Bob causes chaos.
Yeah,
No,
he,
just
turns, he
summon
turns
demons.
on it. He turns on his own. So it's
Wait,
deep.
just to check, Bob. Z-Bot can't summon demons, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Wait, he can summon Fae though. I think, or at least he has access to the spell.
I put everything into healing.
Summon mushrooms.
Everything's all about healing and all that now. I'm not
I guess
gonna.
that's right,
I'm not
because
gonna
damage
just
on the
find
players
undead. I'm not gonna find undead and just bring them back with spore infections to give them more.
But with that, the party is able to get the benefits of a short rest as we transitioned into the afternoon of whatever day this is, because I'm still not tracking a calendar for this campaign, and are able to plan out and discuss what they would like to do next. Presumably, you want to go all head down to the gallery and have some lunch.
Yep.
Yep.
Alvina, what's for lunch today?
Oh, wait, we are going out for the salad. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are going out for
Oh,
the salad.
yeah.
Oh, the Point's really gonna miss that.
Yep.
So is Zormir.
Handsome.
Zbot, can you eat salad?
I don't think I'd be allowed in.
I don't.
I'm not gonna-
My character doesn't eat.
Yeah.
I meant
Warforged don't
That'd be
generally
annoying.
eat.
They don't need to eat.
So the spore thing would probably.
I mean, it
Well, I guess,
says on the that they don't need to eat.
Yeah, I think they can.
they can still shove things into their mechanical mouth. They just spit it back out later.
I think the fungus infection
Or
would
it
lead.
jams like various cogs and gears.
Well, then I guess Lou, Alvina, and Fuku are about to go have a delicious salad while Zbot just joins them for the social delight.
Looking at all the trees that you can then transport to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. There's a lot of trees about. Fair enough. I'm gonna hold off transitioning maps for now because that's just gonna be a nice little social scene. You are able to make your way there in time after kind of bandaging yourself up, taking out the first aid box and fucking patching up scars and bleeding and all of that all of that good stuff during a quick short rest and make your way over there.
Did the rest of us even get injured?
No.
Yeah, nothing happened to Alvina and fuck you.
Wow. Okay. Lou, did you take any damage?
No.
That just a reminder.
We just leave.
And my new character.
Yeah.
We just check on Zormir. He appears to be breathing, and we just leave.
Just leave him to Gwen. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just.
I feed my
Yeah.
hydras.
We'll do the short rest because I think my Bardic Inspo comes back on that.
I feed my hydras while you guys are doing the short rest.
But you return
Am I
to
all
Gavin
animals?
Fabio,
Hey,
and
Gabio.
he set you up with a lovely table outside. I'm not doing DM's voice. I can barely do fucking
Yeah, it's fair.
normal DM narration today. He set you up with a lovely table outside where you're able to enjoy the hustle and bustle of the upper quadrants as you enjoy a very fresh, lovely salad. All of it hand-picked only moments ago from the greenhouse. It's absolutely defined. They have a selection of dressings and seasonings to your choice. And the party is able to have a very lovely lunch. This is a normal meal. There's no mechanical benefits for this, but gain the benefits of a short rest and discuss what the party would like to do with the rest of their day while they contemplate the fact that Point's being kidnapped, Zormir is in a coma, and who else
You have a
knows
manic
what else?
robot in front of you
And
now.
we have a new robot.
And you have a robot. What would the party like to do without the camming, the sensible,
The reins.
sensible? There we go.
The reins.
Without the reins of Zormir.
I say, Point said something about checking
move
out
back
his
to the
room,
shadow.
right?
Say that again, sorry.
Point said something about checking out his room, right? Like his
Oh,
cupboard.
yeah, keep
Yeah,
the
he said,
closet
like-
safe.
Yeah, something about his cupboard.
So I think when we get back, she just eats an entire like chili. I imagine, like fine. We should check in his cupboard and find out what it needs protecting.
Yeah. I mean, what was that thing he was holding, showing the mirror thing?
I don't know. Look like an egg.
Some kind of egg.
Where's your eggs?
Because obviously Lou was closer
I
than
don't know, maybe-
Alvina and fuck you.
Yeah, I see.
It was an egg, but he destroyed it.
Wait, was that the thing that you showed us this morning? And I wanted to make an omelette out of.
Yeah, you kind of look
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Let's make an omelette.
Oh no, we're actually going to make an omelette out of this fucking celestial. Okay, so if that's in his cupboard, we're just gonna take a look at it, right?
I mean, yeah, and if there's anything shiny in there, might not be in there by the end of the day.
I think he threw most of his mirrors out the window.
I'm not talking about mirrors.
They are shiny though.
Yeah, they're shiny, but they're not shiny.
Not shiny.
But we
As you
we
have this
on about
conversation.
shiny.
Norman has been keeping a respectful distance from you this entire time, but still has just been following you around, just in the shadows, unannounced. Finally pipes up and clears his throat. And what would you like me to report back to Madame Griselli about the request to deal with the Einsmerst?
Mostly,
Nice.
we're gonna have to wait for Zormir to come back to life to sort that. But we've got
Yeah, I
some
mean,
pro-
it's
we're definitely-
mostly
report that
gone
you have
for the
been a
moment.
failure.
No, we've
No,
got
it's
some
not failure.
progress. We're definitely gonna have another crack at it, but we know more about it now.
So that's what put the Z-Man down?
I assume so. I just we were outside the building and he got teleported back into the room, was dead.
Yeah.
It was a version of Zormir
'Cause
that
His
attacked
lap stands
him
went
and
from and to bloop. Like that.
Basically,
Lou
yeah.
was the only one who actually saw what went on.
That's
Yeah.
why Alvin is he just showed up dead. He teleported out of the room, teleported back in, was dead. So
Yeah.
this ghost dude took the guise of,
it's probably gone.
first of all, me, and attacked Zormir with some magic missiles. And then he took the guise of Zormir and
Punched the
hit
shit
him a
out of
couple of times.
him.
And seemed he hit him pretty hard because, he died.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty hard. Did it do anything? Because the point's not back.
No, the point semi-willingly went with the Einsmerst
Oh,
so
so
we
it's
could
gone.
get Zormir back.
So it's gone.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where exactly.
But it is gone. So, Norman, it's gone
Mm-hmm.
for now. We'll probably come back, but we've driven off for at least a little bit while we regroup and
see.
try and sort the rest out.
We've not given up. We're still
I
on
never
the
said we'd given up.
case.
And you do remember the additional optional request by the Kobold, Zyrtek, and Riz to ascertain whether or not the creature is aware of the location of Bastion while within the mirror dimension?
We have no idea.
I see. Failure to acquire and discern information as to location of Bastion.
I mean, who did you tell to find that out?
I believe the kobolds asked you to, and if the answer turned out to be it was aware of the top secret location of the rebellion headquarters, that you would kill it.
I mean, we tried.
Yes,
But
failure in
did you
all
tell
checks.
me, directly to me, or?
You were drunk at the time.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
inability to remain.
Actually, no, you were in a
sober
mirror at the time. You were in a mirror.
oh,
at the time.
yeah. I was in the mirror at the
You
time.
weren't
so-
there.
Rocky was indisposed at the time.
Inadequacy of party members to divulge all important details of quests to other party members.
We
Noted.
did. He just didn't listen. There's a difference.
Party member is unable to listen to important and vital quest details due to incompetence. Noted.
It's like running away.
At
Is he
this
right-
point,
is he writing this-
Z-Bot is behind him, just mocking him.
I mean, he's very close to being stabbed as well.
I'm about to
so-
say.
Might I just remind you, of course, that any violence upon a official of the Union will result in having to deal with Vanessa Steelhand herself. I'm sure you remember how that encounter went, yes?
No, because I wasn't there.
You were, but
Yeah,
you
she
were in the
invited me
mirror.
over to dinner, actually. So I think it went rather well, honestly.
Anyway, if that is all and you believe you have driven the creature off, I will retire to
Nah.
update the internal records.
We haven't driven it off completely yet. It's probably going to come back, so we're going to have to deal
It
with it
will be
permanently. So
back.
you've got to hang around with us a bit longer.
Nah, you stay here with us. Gives him a hug. Yay, friends.
You can see that he seems visibly uncomfortable by this notion.
Yeah, I know.
If he's got his like arms resting on the table, fuck you's gonna grab a fork and like ram it through his his like sleeve into the table to
He is
essentially pin him there.
standing at a distance. He refuses to sit down with you. He is standing like 10 feet away from the table, just making notes in a little notebook he has.
You said he's a gnome,
That's just
didn't you?
rude.
I was about to say, might I see that notebook?
I've
No.
grabbed a hold of him. At this point.
You're gonna grab a hold of him.
Yeah, I was
make-
behind him, mocking him.
Give me a 1 second. I'm gonna take a quick 5 seconds.
No problem. 'Cause
1 second, I'm just going to take a quick 5 seconds.
yeah, because if he's a gnome, isn't he?
Yes.
Which means he's small.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I can dimension door with him.
That's a terrifying concept.
And how many times can I dimension door? Oh, 3 times.
Nice.
You're 3 times as well, are you?
Yeah.
You're the same level full casters, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So I
As you
could
know,
grab
fuck you's
him.
1 level higher, I think, because Lou's still got 1 level
Yeah.
of Warlock.
I could grab him, teleport 500 feet up, then teleport back into my seat.
Yeah.
And no one would know because it would only take a couple of seconds.
All right, I am back. Where were we? Z-Bot, you were attempting to grapple them, right?
It's like a clumsy hug, but I'm grabbing hold of him because
Clumsy
I'm
hug.
like, yay, friends!
Doesn't technically count. Still gonna try and evade you though.
Yeah, that I
so,
imagine.
yeah, they're still gonna try and awkwardly get out of your way. I can't remember what I gave.
Try and
this guy.
squirm out.
He's also got disadvantage because Z-Bot's bigger than him.
Because Z-Bot's bigger than them for a grapple check?
Size large. It's size medium against size small. You have advantage if you're bigger, and they have disadvantage if they're smaller.
For grapple checks?
I believe that is how grapple checks work, isn't it?
If you've got the grappler feet, I think.
I just thought it was
Yeah.
just size.
I know you have disadvantage if you try to grapple something that's larger than you.
I thought it was advantage. It was not saying anything about size, so they cannot grapple something. Oh no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that's a specific thing to do that.
Huh.
Not the base rules.
I have always played it as that.
Oh. But yes, go ahead and give me an athletics check, Z-Bot. I can't remember what I gave this guy. Did I give him stats yet?
I imagine he's got very bad physical stats.
I think he has like a
Ooh,
generic.
24.
I don't know. I'm just gonna give it a D4. Figure out his stat book there. Yep, that's a fail. 6. He is unable to get out of just your sneak grapple as you manage to get your hands or your arm around his shoulder. I would please do not touch me.
I'd like to. I'd like to, like. I have a cloak of pockets, but I've kind of flavored it as it's part of the spore things. I'd like to
Mushroom
get
and
his book. I'd like to put his book in one of the pockets.
Fair. That's going to take another athletics check. I'm going to give him a sleight of hand check. He's got I got proficiency of this one. So it'll be what is it?
19.
A 24
Ooh,
as he flips his
unlucky.
book over in a fluid motion and tucks it into an inner pouch inside his clerk's outfit.
Oh, cool! I got those as well. And starts going out and pulling out random things, and putting them back in the pockets.
Yes,
Cool.
well, please get off me
Okay,
before I have to consider this physical assault.
I've just met you. I wouldn't assault you yet.
Yeah.
Well, you do not have my consent to touch me, so get the hell off me.
Be right back.
Well, feet pants. Apologies.
Now, I do not
It's
believe
weird
you
con-
need me here other than to displease me. So I am going to leave now. Please just give a shout if you require my assistance again. We have people watching.
And I'm always watching too.
Yes, I'm sure. Please try and refrain from getting into any trouble. And for the love of the Union, please do not do anything that disrupts the organization of the train tracks. Or of the rail tracks. I hope we don't
we'll
see each
try.
other for a little while.
We'll see you, definitely.
As Norman makes a very quick turn and begins speed walking huffily away. But with that, the party is effectively free to do whatever they like. Where are we going next?
Cool. I mean, we've eaten. We'd probably head back to the ship, I would have thought. I can't think of anything else to do in the city that we would need to do.
No, I believe the point had additional quests to do.
Yeah, the
You
point
have
I was
to-
making is stew.
He's making a stew, but he's got a little bit of time for that. You have open invitations to see people, but I don't think you've got any open quests other than the Einsmerst one.
Fuck yous probably want to go to the Goblin Bazaar.
The Goblin Bazaar. Quite
Oh,
like
you're
that.
going to try and chat up Zoe.
Yeah, because he's not actually been there yet.
And we don't know if Zoe speaks.
I mean, it could be like a Goblin sign language. You don't know.
Yeah. She's never verbally spoke. She's giving Gwent money back.
But let's head back to the ship for now to deal with wrap up the egg plot parks. I know I believe you guys wanted to go check in on the egg, and then you guys can go off and explore more of the city if you would like.
Cool. Yeah, let's go
But
play
you-
with some eggs.
But you return to the ship. There we go, and are able to make your way to the Point's room. Now, the Point mentioned that the egg was in the wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Fuck you, just
Open
goes
the
immediately to
wardrobe.
wardrobe. Yeah.
As you open up the wardrobe, you notice that the wardrobe's back end has been removed and appears to extend into a large alcove underneath the staircase, tripling the depth of the wardrobe, actually creating a small walk-in wardrobe as a consequence. As you kind of take a step in, you see that the walls are lined in a U shape of racks with a variety of fine clothing, each more dazzling than the last, as well as rows upon rows of the finest shoe wear.
Get bigger on the inside.
Seems to be, yeah.
As you're looking about, however, though, you don't notice any containers, or actually there are several round containers in a segment to the back right of the wardrobe, but there's no egg in sight as you are looking into the wardrobe. For Bane's sake,
Wasn't the egg in a safe, though?
We don't
apparently
know.
so. But you never actually saw the Point putting the egg away, only them showing it to you and then them dispensing it back into the wardrobe out of line of sight. For Bane's sake, the wardrobe opens up into the back of the wardrobe has been removed and opens up 3 times the depth into an alcove under the stairs, creating a small walk-in cupboard, effectively, with a U shape of racks with dazzling clothes, a bunch of fine shoe wear at the bottom, and a corner with several round boxes to the back right.
Okay,
There is no egg visible and no safe visible as you kind of peer into the wardrobe.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look around to see if I can find like the edge of a secret compartment or anything.
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception check. What would the other 3 like to do?
What does the thing look like?
24.
An egg.
It's an egg.
Bit more detail than that.
I mean, it
Oval.
looks like an egg.
Egg shaped.
Well,
Yeah.
I need more details because if I knew exactly what it looked like, we can do a spell to find it.
Fuck he's gonna do a
Shut
history
it,
check
you.
just to see if he can remember exactly what it looked like.
Do so. Alvina, as you're looking
No.
around the as you're looking around the interior of the wardrobe, you see several kind of outlinings of square panels dotted around. You actually find 7 secret panels.
What the hell? I'm gonna try opening all of them, I guess.
As you kind of open all of the panels, you find 7 safes behind, or one behind each.
Yeah, that sounds like the point.
Each of them appears to be of an arcane nature.
Presumably, Elvina would mention that.
Yeah, I'm just looking there. You just hear her go and just sigh from inside the wardrobe. Yeah, this sounds like the point.
To be fair, as the like hatchways are opened up, everyone can see the safes and the fact that they are arcane safes.
Mhm.
We'll be like,
You're
I'll
all
take a look at
knowledgeable
them,
enough with
see if I can
artistry
open.
now.
Yeah.
Arcane safes. Okay.
In effect, it just means that, and rather than using actual keys, they use passphrases or like inputs kind of traced along the entrance to activate them, rather than like keys.
Mm.
Lily was going to have a look at them and see if he could unlock them.
They do not have keyholes. There is no way to unlock them without at least trying to use artificery tools to disable the access, or by breaking open the safe. But you can assume that because they are all arcane safe, they have a small amount of kind of built-in resistance to normal destruction.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be impossible, especially if you have magic weapons. But you would effectively be brute forcing into a slightly more resilient high-end safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just checking to see if I had not prepared, and I don't.
Zebot,
I do, though.
as you begin casting locate
Yeah, I have
object,
knock.
you are unable to discern if
No,
the
I
egg is
was
behind
letting-
any of the safe.
I didn't cast it. I
Or you
was
just-
just letting them know that, well, I could use if I had more detail on it, but I can't use it unless I got enough detail.
It would occur to you, though, that all the safes are probably lead line, and locate object is still a divination spell and would be blocked by the lead lining. And also, the point did mention that they've taken scrying protections on the egg.
Yeah.
So the rest of the party would inform you of this.
Yep.
Since, you know, you're new here.
Mm-hmm.
You're the new guy. Great. Well,
Yeah, he Point would have ordered it, so you can't like just
look
look
at
for
it.
it.
Right.
What about bringing it back from the dead?
What, the egg?
I mean,
It's not
he's
dead.
not dead.
Also, the point's
Uh,
not dead.
We don't know if the point's still alive or not.
I assume
No,
he's
I'm in
alive.
the egg.
It's not dead either. It's an egg.
I don't know. It's in a box.
It's pre-birth.
Do you think it's going to suffocate in there?
Eggs. I don't think eggs breathe.
That's
Alvina knows
the point
animals.
Lou's making.
Alvina knows animals. Does she know if eggs breathe or not? She knows animals, but she's also stupid. So this is a question that I can imagine her asking.
No, eggs don't breathe, but they need warmth. And
No, for the sake of your nature proficiency, we'll assume you know that much.
I don't even have nature proficiency. That's why I'm saying she's stupid. She just knows animals.
She's
I'm gonna leave it
second-guessing
up to you.
herself.
Yeah.
Do they breathe? No.
Nah. Probably not.
But they must. How can they live?
I'm gonna figure out how stupid Alvina is and whether she decides eggs breathe or not. She knows eggs do not breathe. Eggs are fine. Alvina knows everything that needs to be known about eggs.
You found ever since
I
you
mean,
got
the
the
expert.
fire dragon eggs, there has been you've borrowed a book from one of Zormir's libraries on just a basic natural like animal husbandry.
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 Um, to at least prepare yourself for the general idea of egg, and so far you've only read the egg chapter.
Yep.
You've yet to go further into the book about actually rearing an animal, but you've read that egg chapter back to front. You'll deal with the rest once the eggs hatch.
Yep.
But for now,
She knows eggs, apparently. I'm gonna put that into another part on her bio.
Alvina knows eggs.
Knower of eggs.
God, what's your name?
Well, the eggs should probably be fine in there.
Yeah,
Take your word
doesn't
for
need
that.
to breathe.
I mean, why would an egg need to breathe?
yes,
an
you
egg.
have 7 arcane safes in front of you. One of them simply holds the egg.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Which one should I heat metal on?
Look at that fucking name!
I mean, just hit it.
No, we don't actually need to know which one the egg is in.
Do we
Do
not?
we not?
No, we know the egg's in one of them.
But what
Okay.
I thought we were gonna cook it.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think the point would... I'm fairly sure the point wouldn't want us to eat the thing that he said protect.
Forcing
Or, at
Harry to
least...
be the responsible one.
No, or, at least, we should wait until the point's back, because it's their egg,
Yes.
and let's face it, it's being really harsh if they don't get to eat their own egg.
Yes,
When did the
No.
point lay an egg?
I don't know.
yes, you stupid sport. Leave the egg alone. No!
So, yeah.
We kind of know where it is. Then.
We have a rough idea of
Um,
where it... I hole them all the safes back up in the...
How big a hole? Is there any holes in them whatsoever?
In the safes? Or
Yes. As
no,
in-
it's a safe.
It's a safe, that's kind of the point.
What are you imagining here? A cage? It's a safe.
No, I'm meaning there's no keyhole. There's just the door and no.
There's
There's no
not. They are
magically locked.
arcane artificery safes. Presumably, a high-level artificer could easily crack this, given that the point's only a low-level artificer. But unfortunately, your artificer is unconscious.
Yep.
Yeah.
The other basically the option we have is the one that Alvina would go. It's a waste if we open them this way, because Alvina's going. The other way to open it is she smashes the safe, which honestly is going to kill the egg inside. Which that's not good eating.
Nah, we don't want to smash the egg.
It's not good in general.
We smash
for
the egg.
us.
If we're gonna eat it, we're gonna eat it hot.
While you're here, Fukyu, give me an insight check.
Insight check.
Mm.
Okay. 13.
Is the robot starting to
Oh, cute.
summon demons?
Look how clean this room is compared to yours.
Oh no.
What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Whilst Fuck You's been in the room, he is literally just pulling drawers out, and like tipping them upside down until before Alvina had found the hidden
Room.
things.
How does
So-
the point find anything in this with items hidden away?
Yeah.
I mean, why has he got everything hidden?
I don't know.
You just have everything out.
I don't know.
Makes it so much easier to find.
He's got some weird thoughts. The point when it comes to certain bits, like I don't get why he likes, like, he had so many mirrors that he had to throw out. It's like, you only need one.
I mean, you don't really need. Oh, I don't need any.
Oh, it's handy. Otherwise, you can't see the muscles in your back.
I don't have muscles in my back.
Ah, that'll be why.
Not that
You
you
need to
can
get a
see
mirror.
anyway.
You need to get a mirror.
I mean- I don't think I've got muscles in my back.
See, if you had a mirror, you'd know.
I can see everything of me.
Congrats.
Why?
Because I
Well,
see,
hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah, with
I
this.
see everything every time, all the time.
Okay. I hold up a
Okay.
number behind my back. How many fingers am I
Yeah,
holding
I was
up?
about to do the exact same thing.
No directions.
We have the
How many
same.
fingers is Avina holding up?
Behind the back.
Yeah. You said you can see everything.
I actually do. You can't see it on. There isn't a camera or anything, but I am actually have a number of fingers up at the moment.
DM it to Chris.
Okay. I will
And
DM
Chris will be the independent
there any-
adjudicator.
to prove.
Is there any mirrored surfaces in here?
No, they've all been thrown out.
There is one vanity mirror that is still in the room that was previously covered. Probably still is covered, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless-
However, this is D&D, so you let the dice decide. This isn't like guessing for the characters.
Oh,
So give
that's
me
right.
a perception roll, Z-bot. You do some funky jazz shit with shadow reflections. Unbeknownst to the low intellect characters, and are able to like see the reflection in a shadow of a slightly obscured finger enough to piece together which fingers are being held up behind their backs.
Well, Alvina has 2. And fuck you. You're not holding any fingers up.
He's a witch. Kill him.
Oh, I'm kind of sad that I was expecting Chris to send actually how many fingers I had up.
It would have taken too long for Chris to type out whispers.
It was a pinky finger. It was a pinky finger. Only a pinky finger.
Yeah. I can't think of
Or he
anything
would have
else.
just had his middle finger up.
Yeah.
But yes, with that, it is you have the afternoon free. You've had some wonderful lunch. You've discovered that Fukyu has 7 safes inside their wardrobe.
Fuck you does now. He stole them.
Just got them in his
Point has
room.
7 safes inside their wardrobe that Fukyu has now stolen. And you guys are free to go about your day. Now, I believe you made mention of wanting to go to the Goblin fucking Emporium.
Junker shop.
What do you call it? The Goblin Bazaar, because that's now what I'm calling it.
The Goblin Bazaar. Goblins are bizarre. That is very true.
Yes.
You can either go to the Goblin Bazaar to see, for Fukyu to see Zoe. The rest of the characters can go with, or you can split up and go to different things, or you can go to things in sequence. And I will trigger whatever quest, plot, side stories you happen to stumble across upon this massive world. Before we go then, let's go around each character and just you guys can, I'm going to ask you guys if you want to go anywhere in particular, and I can add it onto the docket list. So Alvina, would you like to go anywhere or explore anything in the city?
Was it fuck you's going to the Junker shop?
Yep. So far, that's the first thing on the docket is Vokyu and a unnamed number of characters going to the bazaar.
I'm happy to go with that one. I haven't been either, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah, neither's Lou, so go for at least a look.
Zbot, you want to happen to do anything? By which I mean, Bob, do you want Zbot to be doing anything in the city? Otherwise, we can literally just take this one scene at a time.
Take it one scene at a time. You might as well. He's just here for to cause chaos.
Who knows what we'll stumble across at this bazaar. Fair enough. All right, let's all head to the bazaar, which I've denoted as this building now because I like this building.
Okay.
Which building now?
The one that's really
Right
offset
at the
from
top.
everything else, like
I like
slightly
this one.
away.
Okay.
Ah, that's
It
also
seems like
where
a-
I got stuck on the walking map.
That explains a lot. You got stuck in a plant pot in the Goblin Bazaar. No shit, you did.
Actually,
It's the
got stuck in
herbalism guy.
in the walls.
Whoa.
It was the herbalist guy. Because it was the
Yeah,
plant.
that Zomi was going to have dinner with. But, possibly not anymore.
Let's have a look here. I gotta quickly do something. Bring up my notes. Where's my notes? Where are they? So, as you arrive at the Goblin Bazaar, the unofficial junk emporium, and slash, it's not technically, it's still
a pawn
technically a
shop.
pawn shop if you're trading things. I was trying to think if it's a pawn shop if it doesn't actually seem to use currency and just seems to trade items with each other. Pawn
Barter
shop slash trade outpost.
or bartering?
The trading post.
Is it still a pawn
Oh.
shop if you barter? I guess it is still technically a pawn shop if you barter. Either way, you get the rough idea of what it is. As you come about, it's about midday. The city is fairly busy. It takes you a little bit longer to make your way through, especially as this is about the time where a lot of ships would be arriving kind of for their layover and stay for the night, or would be offloading a large amount of cargo. So there's a large number of trains, or they're technically small carts rather than like proper trains, as you'd imagine. There's like passenger trains. They're just like large cargo carts. Running is several minutes apart, so there's a much more noisy atmosphere as you're making your way through the city. A lot more hustle and bustle. A bit more of a ripe smell in the air from the disembarking sailors who have been out traveling for far too long, and apparently whose ships don't have showers. As you eventually make your way to the outskirts and edges of the workshop district or the workshop plateau, you arrive at the Junk Emporium for the first time. For a couple of you, it's this large wooden building with several discount bins out the front. And large stockpiled windows filled with things in the back. As you enter into it, you can see there isn't a particular order to things. Knickknacks and curios line the walls, and several avenues, or several, not avenues, several, what do you call those things in supermarkets? Aisles.
Aisles.
Aisles?
Several
Yeah.
aisles.
Aisles, yeah.
Aisles, that's what I was looking for. Several aisles of curios and stuff on tables, and baskets full of just what look to be old and rusted or kind of dusty or partially scratched and worn and bludgeoned items. As you make your way in, I need those of you with proficiency in insight to give me an insight check.
Do I actually have proficiency in it?
I have a
no, it's
positive.
only-
Yeah, you have
No.
I've got jack of all trades in it. That's about it.
I have a positive
So,
modifier.
have proficiency.
I have this gun.
Unfortunately, this would be a specialist check to kind of pick up on the atmosphere. But as you go in, the basics that all the party get is that there appears to be some form of confrontation happening between Zoe behind their little bunker countertop and what appears to be a reasonably tall male half-elf. Quite a skinny, kind of gaunt appearance to them. They have a pale colored skin with kind of deep inset eyes, a little bit of kind of bags beneath their eyes, and this short ponytail, or short swept back into a ponytail, slightly oil slick hair, as they are effectively shouting down at Zoe. You can see a bit of spit coming out of their mouth, and Zoe is kind of doing a rather impressive job of just ever so slightly like sidestepping to avoid each spit with a passive look on her face. But the figure appears to be shouting in presumably Elven.
Yay! A language I actually understand.
Language you do understand. The figure is shouting about a item that was previously sold at the shop and demanding that Zoe tell them who purchased the item, as it was of vital importance to their agenda.
Do they describe
It's
the
either
item?
going to be one of the things Gwen got or what
No, it's the thing.
Zormir
It's guaranteed it's the thing Zormir bought. But do they describe the item at all?
Not at this stage. You just keep referring it to the item. Maybe they've previously described it. It's not something they're repeating as they shout. But with that, The shop otherwise appears to have been emptied. Whether or not the confrontation has driven everyone off, or if it was a quiet day, you are unsure. But the bell rings overhead, and Zoe does give like a slight glance over the figure's, well, I guess like under the figure's arm to notice you before turning back. But the figure never seems to stop or turn or take any note of you. What would the party like to do?
I'm just going to have a wander in and have a look around and say to the guy in Elvish, hey, no need to shout at the shopkeeper, buddy. Can you just pipe it down a bit?
How are you just kind of casually saying this, or are you trying to draw the figure's attention?
Trying to draw the figure's attention, but saying it just in a fairly casual kind of way.
Then presumably you'll be projecting your presence. So go ahead and give me either a persuasion or intimidation check, your choice.
Well, I have neither of those.
Intimidation.
I have neither of those, so I will do persuasion. I can't do performance, which is unfortunate.
I want to roll a D100 and see what I pull out the rope.
7. He doesn't notice.
Unfortunately, the figure ignores you and continues on as if you are not there. What is the rest of the party doing while Alvina is doing this?
Yeah, go.
I'm using one of my charges on my robe to see what random crap I pull out. I roll a D100 and...
Oh,
what
it's
I
the
get.
Puckett's robe. It's the one that's just full of random shit.
Yep.
21.
21.
21. 16, 22. Iron door.
You splat a door!
An iron door.
I'll put in chat what it's.
It's a new door for Gwen.
Yeah! I think there'll be 2 iron doors on the ship, because I think Alvina's is like a bulkhead, isn't it? That's what we established, because you get kicking in the wooden one.
10 by 10 foot iron door.
That's a big fucking door!
Yeah. Barred
It's
on one
barred on the
side,
inside. If it's Gwen's
placing
door.
an opening.
Why? Where did you get that? I just like turn my head and just pull out this door.
It just
Well,
like
it's got
appears
deep pockets.
out of the sort of spore thing, out of Spore's mouth or something.
Why do you have that?
Or you hit that person with it.
Are we suddenly become WWE here?
I mean, that's an improvised
Not
weapon.
my intention, but I'm going with it.
I mean, it's like,
I hit him with a 10
Okay.
feet wide iron door.
apparently Alvina asked nicely, and the party is now like, all right, have him.
I mean,
Wow, I was
it's
really
not the
playing the
first time
kid saying
Alvina's-
it.
Yeah. Not the first time Alvina's hit something
If somebody,
with a door.
yeah, it's not actually.
I mean, in this campaign either.
Yeah, not even this half of the campaign. Actually, it's in this season as well.
Yeah. It was literally like a few episodes ago.
Yeah. I guess I'll hit him with the door. I'll give the people what they want. I'll roll an attack with my sword, but whatever damage you want the door to do, you can figure out.
That'll be an improvised damage.
Not 20 of
23.
this.
23.
Alright, we're going to take that opportunity to have a quick 5 seconds, because Chris needs to figure out what the hell the stat block this person is, because I have an idea, but I wasn't expecting you to attack them.
Oh,
straight away.
no.
Neither was I, if I'm being perfectly honest. I was quite.
But also, conveniently, I did run out of water anyway, so... we're going to take our second 5-minute break here, because I'm pretty sure you've just immediately stumbled upon the next quest.
Yay!
Ship's about to go down.
I have just been handed kebab and chips as well. Thank you.
No onions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No onions. And no sauce, because I wasn't sure.
No sauce.
It's got jalapenos in it, and I'm allergic.
Hilariously, if it had been a 23, I would have handed you gems worth 100 GP.
Damn, I'd have had that. Alvina loves gems.
Or if what I was really hoping for, the 31 to 44
What's that
wooden
do?
ladder, 24 feet long. Like pulls out a ladder.
And then I hit him with a ladder. I love, by the way, that you handed me a fucking giant door, and I went, why? You went, to hit that guy with.
Okay.
All right.
Why? To hit that guy with. Okay.
I'm fine with it.
I couldn't resist because it's just like so much random stuff in this.
It's a good item. It's a fun one. I forgot door was
Right.
on the list. I know it's got some crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I could have handed you some for a bunch of healing potions, a rowboat, a 12-foot rowboat.
A boat? Can you imagine you pull out a boat and say, hit him with it? Okay.
Or the even better one, 97 to 100 portable ram.
A battering ram!
A portable one at that.
Yeah.
It's like a freaking what's it called? Ram.
Grunt.
No, it's one of the like SWAT rams.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
But in Alvina's hands, it's basically Grunt. Because it gives her literally advantage and siege breaker on like breaking items. I think that's the portable ram. It gives her like siege attacker and things, which means she does double damage to structures and inanimate objects. I want one of them. I need to actually get around to getting one.
Yeah. Or if I got a 1-8, I could have give you a bag of 100 GP of gold.
I mean, bribery works too.
Just cosh the guy with the bag of gold.
Oh, yeah, that works too. Gonna give you a bump in the noggin.
That was the whole point of this character, is this random ass combination of two peoples.
I love the concept that you literally are also going to have your other character come back, and Gwen's going to come back, and we're going to be on the run.
Yeah, and TR's not listened to the previous episodes.
Yeah.
It's like, what in the fuck is going on
What
now?
day are they coming back? They might
The
have
thing is, there's two influences on him. There's the good influence of the robotic part that Zarmir's created, and then there's just the spores.
And there's the assassin
And-
chaotic part.
It's based on the character from Red Dwarf, the virus.
Yeah.
Oh!
As soon as you
Confidence
started
and
doing the
paranoia.
accent, that's immediately what I thought of.
I was like, I'm remembering something. I can't place where, but I definitely know this from somewhere.
Yeah,
it just-
like you said, it was the
the
paranoia. Yeah.
So, where do we amputate first? Is your hand or
It's
your
part of
other
the whole-
arm?
It's part of the whole
Alright,
bot, though.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Hello there.
Yeah, but going by Red Dwarf logic, start at one side and spread across.
All right, so let's have a look here to see if this guy. I found an appropriate elf stat block for them, which matches the idea I had in my head for them.
Nice.
Because unfortunately, they're not important enough to have their
Squashed
own
elf.
custom stat block.
Yeah,
I guess standard stat block.
It's a standard stat block with a half elf stuff stuck to it, basically. And possibly a door stuck to him as well.
Cool, there's nothing that gives disadvantage on attacks or anything. That's fine.
Thing is, Zoe's reaction to this.
So Zoe's reaction is their eyes go a little bit wide. Not entirely shocked, just like, oh, what's going on here?
Something has caught my interest.
But a 23 to hit, you say?
Yep.
A 23 does hit by doing the force down. This was the door, wasn't it? So this
The
would be an
door.
improvised attack. Give me a d4 plus your strength modifier. As you do door damage.
Ah, 6. Minimum damage.
As you deal 6 damage to this guy, and weirdly enough, kind of stumbles forward a little bit, but seems to take the brunt of the attack without much damage.
I didn't hit him particularly hard.
as they turn their face scrounched up in anger, as you can imagine, as they looked at you in a disbelieving what the fuck, who the hell dare attack me look.
Hey, it wasn't them, it was them! They're running away!
Also, we for note, we are back, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let's change it back.
Which, welcome back, everyone, as we play WWE with random NPCs we find in a pawn shop.
Elf WWE in the Goblin Pawn Shop. Alvin's come in with the steel door.
WW Elf.
WWE Elf.
You know, I don't like this guy being a half elf. I'm switching him to a full blown.
I'm fine with that.
Full blown elf. It works better for what I have in mind.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be a high elf now.
Oh, perfect.
Well, maybe
Looks
not
at
quite
you.
high
Does
now.
recognize a fellow elf, so doesn't feel the need to switch language. So unfortunately for the rest of you who don't speak Elven, the figure is going to sputter with saliva flying in Alvina's direction. In Elven. What the fuck was that?
I was basically.
You dare attack Fintail Alveal?
That's dangerously close to copying my name there, buddy.
Yeah.
I need to just put this game Fintail Alveal, right?
Fintail Alveal.
Al.
Ruins the chat.
Oh, I was way off on the name.
Fintail Alveal.
I'm gonna copy paste this into mine, and I'm gonna put him down as description: hit with door in pawn shop. Because that is honestly gonna make me remember who this guy was. Okay. Well, you weren't bothering to like acknowledge me when I was talking to you earlier. Just keep it down a bit.
Ignorant elf.
Just keep it down a bit. Don't like. There's no reason to shout at the staff. Hit some with a door.
You think that's a good enough excuse for attacking me with a door?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck you wouldn't understand that.
You get the questioning tone, and you just say yes.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Fintel looks back at Zoe. You saw this. You bear witness to this. I should have you brought up on charges. As he glances back at Alvina.
I've been told that far too many times today.
Let me guess. As he gives you a glance up and down. You must be new to the city. I bet you're one of those wandering adventurers.
Yeah, how can you tell?
Because you're barbaric. Another spit of saliva catches you in the forehead. Here in civilization, we don't go around attacking people. Why, I have a good in with the Union Guards. I should have you towed away in cuffs.
That happened.
Fuck you not knowing what he's
Again.
saying. He goes,
He's talking too much. Hit him again.
Nah, I'm not gonna hit him again. I literally looked at you and go, nah, I'm not gonna hit him again with the door. I literally am waving the door with one hand.
no, I'm not going to hit him again with the
Takes
door.
a step back, kind of like leaning backwards, very clearly able to understand what Fukyu is saying.
Yeah.
Don't you dare. Or this
Oh, he does
I
speak
swear
common.
I'll bring down the full wrath of doom upon you.
I've met
Yeah,
them.
he understands common.
What?
I'm gonna sing the Doom song.
Doom. I know them.
Yeah, it suddenly becomes very like skittish, very like kind of glancing. What do you mean you know them?
Oh, they were a childhood friend of mine. Alvina, by the way, very clearly referring to somebody else that she's possibly talked about to the party, who was like a childhood friend, just named Doom.
Give me a persuasion check.
Is this another big toe incident?
Possibly, yes.
Big toe incident.
9.
9.
She probably your guess it's probably not the same one.
Somebody with the same name.
Kind of just giving you a squinting their eyes at you. I see you're not part of. Oh, I misspoke. Kind of glancing over at Zoe, Siev, trying to discern if Zoe heard what he said. Maybe we've got off on the wrong foot here. If you apologize now, I'll consider this a bygone incident.
You're not gonna shout at her. You're not gonna shout at her again. You okay?
Apologies from you. That's
I apologise to people. You're not gonna shout at her again.
Well, that is to my discretion. If this imbecile of a shopkeep had kept the precious idol I had reserved.
Oh, what item you after?
That's a artifact of divine significance. You wouldn't know of it, I'm sure. You don't look to be the religious type.
No, but I know people who are. I've seen it.
I highly doubt that. This is a rare one-of-a-kind statue.
I mean, we've got a few statues.
Yeah, basically, we've got a lot of statues. A lot of them religious as well.
From this shop within the last couple days?
Yes,
maybe?
actually, yeah.
Very possible.
I believe
yes.
Zumi did show us the item, right?
can't remember if I showed you it or not. To be honest.
I think you showed it us, but you didn't tell us like about the Arcanite in it. But I think you did like mention it.
Or not? I don't know. Can't remember.
Would Zome have wanted to keep it a secret from all of us, at least the existence of the statue?
With a little bit of Arcanite in it. He
I
probably would have
said
absentmindedly
Zormi would have
somewhere into
omitted the Arcanite.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I don't think he wouldn't have said about the Arcanite, but the statue, I imagine.
But
Yeah,
I got the
for meta
statue.
knowledge, assume the existence of the statue. You glanced at while Zormir put it wherever they put it, since apparently they don't keep things in their room, so I'm assuming it's in the workshop.
in the workshop.
Especially because technically you would put that icon in the workshop for the religious significance for it to be of any meaning.
Yeah.
So whenever you glanced in there at some point, you saw it. You wouldn't have any notion of the Arcanite, so yeah, assume the statue's existence and Zormir's possession of it is public knowledge.
Yeah. Yes, actually. This one, and she literally describes roughly what it looks like.
It's about yay big.
You see
Looks like this.
Fintel's eyes begin to kind of go wide. Yes, so you were the bumbling fools who took it.
Friend of mine bought it. Couple of days back.
Right, well, allow me to buy it back off of you. What did you buy it for?
I have no idea. You have to ask them.
6 million platinum.
Kind of looks at you with a scowl on his face. Don't be ridiculous.
But for you,
Statue isn't
5 million.
worth that. It's nothing more than an old relic, practically worthless.
I don't know. You have to ask Zome when he wakes up.
Why go wake him up?
Because he's dead.
Yeah, he's in a
Because he's
coma.
dead!
No poking my damn boss, or I'll poke you.
He was dead, so
Yeah, he's
Right,
taking
he's still
he's
breathing.
taking a bit of time to get back into his body. I'm sure he'll be back up around in the morning and you can hash it
I
out.
can't wait. I require the item this evening.
well,
But it's
no.
practically worthless, so
I'm
you know.
sorry, you're gonna
why
have to
do you
wait
want
until
it?
at least tomorrow.
If it's practically
Mad
worthless, why do you want it so much?
Yeah, then you can wait a day, I'm sure.
For a
Nothing
religious
that-
ceremony, my and some friends of mine are performing this evening.
Then why didn't you buy it earlier then?
And does he man
Because I was
wouldn't
only
take anything?
informed of its whereabouts a short while ago. I had an urchin reserve it for me, but apparently the bumbling fool wasn't specific enough in what he was reserving. I've only just recently arrived in town on a short excursion away from the city.
I mean, that sounds like a you problem then.
Yes.
Name your price, a reasonable price, and I will pay it.
Well,
Like I said, it's
reasonable is
no
subjective in this case.
Find significant value, but of a sentimental value for a religious ceremony, an old tradition.
If it's got sentimental value, why did you just sell it?
I didn't sell it. It doesn't belong to me.
Well, of course not. It belongs to my mate.
Maybe I should speak to your
True.
mate. Where did you say I could find your mate? Maybe I could send an urchin.
We didn't.
He's
We didn't say that.
he's dead.
We told you he's in a coma.
He's in a coma.
Is he staying at one of the inns?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Isn't staying at one of the inns?
Don't tell this guy nothing more. Shut up, you guys. Yes. Leave the
What religion, by the
whereabouts
way?
of
Not important. A
Traitor
small
alone.
one.
I like small religions. Which one?
One you wouldn't be aware of.
You'd be surprised. Again.
Look, we're not here to discuss me.
We are now.
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Fair enough.
You're boring then, ain't you?
Thus, my master would not take anything that wasn't useful.
I take it you're
if
new.
Tommy saw a point in it, then he would want it and probably wouldn't give it up.
Oh, you think you know the ways of the city, don't you? How long have you
No.
been here? A week? 2 weeks?
Long enough.
5 days.
How many
5
hours has it been?
days.
About 5 days.
How many hours has it been? I don't know.
I don't know.
I see. New arrivals, only here 5 days. Well, I guess I can see there's no talking any sense into you.
Sorry.
Why don't you stay and pursue whatever you'd originally come here from? Did you say I could come by and ask about it tomorrow?
No.
Now,
Where can we find you? It'll be way easier.
I suppose it'll be too late by then. Oh well, never mind. Me and my friends will have to make do another way. Well, I should bid you adieu then.
I'm
No,
gonna do an
Alvina just puts a hand up to fuck you.
I'm gonna do an insight check on him.
Yeah, Alvina's already figured out she don't need an insight. She's suspicious anyway.
Whispers to Avina. Follow him. He's gonna go to the ship.
Naturally. I was going to say, can you dimension door back to the ship and have the golems on guard?
Okay. Blinks away. Dimension doors away. Activates the auto defense of the ship on the golems, then blinks back.
Now, remember, it took Lou 2 dimension doors to get from this part of the town.
Okay.
I was assuming wait because we're going to follow you. It was like, activate the golems' defenses and we'll meet you there, but basically go just blink off ahead of us.
Well, he would wait for the guy to disappear, probably speak to Zoe for a couple of minutes, and then dimension door away.
Are you tailing the guy in any way, or are you just waiting till he's out of sight?
Alvina will be tailing him, possibly.
Yeah, fuck you's just gonna just watch him as he walks out.
With someone else.
After Alvina gets a trench coat from Zoe.
Yeah.
Alvina gets clothes. Yeah, buy a trench coat.
Like, I'm not an elf in a trench coat, I'm 3 kobolds.
I guess so. Order of events. So you guys are waiting for him to leave. Alvina's then going to tail him, and then once those 2 have left the shop, presumably then Fukyu is going to dimension door twice back to the ship.
Yeah. So whilst Alvina goes out to follow him, fuck you will turn to Zoe and do a wiggly eyebrow, basically saying hello, I'm fuck you, and then dimension door away.
We're just gonna create. You guys know that you're from entirely different universes, right? Are we just assuming then? Are we making a canon that Goblin?
Yeah, but is it not like a universal language?
That's what Goblin is.
That is the question we're about to ask. Is Goblin sign language universal across the multiverse?
Yes.
It seems like everyone wants the answer to be yes. So.
It's way funnier if it is.
Goblin sign language.
It's GSL.
Yeah,
Universal across the spheres.
It's one of the few
enough.
universal constants like taxes.
Yeah. Goblin
And it's
eyebrows.
now canon.
Yeah. It's not done with your hands, it's done with your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh my
she
God.
waves her eyebrows back,
This was
saying,
Millhouse.
pleased
It's
to
a
meet you.
goblin.
Yep. I'm Zoe. It's good to speak to a fellow goblin.
Yeah, I'm now imagining like how like people have
Alvina, give me a perception check.
how people like have specific like musculature to do certain things. Goblin eyebrows have specific musculature to do sign language somehow.
It's why each one was completely independently created, but it's the exact same language every single time.
Yeah.
You managed to actually just keep an eye on them. Interesting. Give me a stealth check as well, presumably since you're doing this, but it didn't actually matter unless you keep follow up.
I've got the freaking what's it called cloak, the gargoyle cloak. Would that help here?
Is it the cloak of the Montebank?
No, it's a gargoyle cloak.
Yes, this does technically count as like cave terrain, which is mountainous, so rocky. So yes. He just occasionally glances back, and there's just like a gargoyle standing
I'm
still.
going to here. I'm going to destiny that one. Well, 8 it is.
No, definitely 8 stealth.
Yep.
Alright, so cool. So Zoe wiggles that back to you. Alvina, as you follow fucking Vintail out of the shop and follow him around the corner into what appears to be kind of a bustling area of the workshop district, you very closely or very nearly lose sight of him.
For some reason, the Dawnriser is at the shop.
Yeah, you know, Dawnriser wants to go shopping too. Damn, fucking moving characters and accidentally clicking on the Dawnriser.
Why don't you put the Dawnriser on the map layer? Just so you
Because
don't.
that would be too sensible.
Also,
Put all these random ships on the map layer.
Not chaotic enough.
There we go. No more problems from you guys.
That's what you think.
With their stealth check of 20,
Yay!
they very nearly lose you, if not for that one extra point of stealth, of perception.
It's the eagle eyes.
And it's not even just the fact that you nearly lose them, it's the fact that they seem to adjust their persons as they are going through the crowd, that there's just an ever so slight girth in which they walk, that you realize that the rather kind of middle-aged, well, I said middle-aged, they were like 58 and they're still an elf, so rather young.
A lot older than me, more than twice my age.
I need to adjust the age of this, because I have half-elf age, so they're 182 now for an elf. So this rather like, in their like 18 to 20-year-old elf equivalent.
Like 9 times my age. It's teenage years.
Teenager. Seems to cast subtly alter self. What's the spell that changes?
Alter self.
Alter self.
Alter self.
And whereas previously you were watching a 18 to 20-year-old equivalent elf move through the crowd, you see an old wrinkled human male.
That'd probably be more disguised self then.
No, you can actually alter it. Like the alter self has the same way you can change like a lot more than disguise self as well.
Okay.
They both work for it essentially.
They can make themselves like a foot smaller as well, which they are going to do, make themselves just kind of like a bit more hunched over and a bit more fraying. Either way, they use one of the low level disguise spells, so it doesn't matter.
Also, alter self can't be seen through by things that see through illusions.
Right.
To the point where you nearly lose them, but just realize with the kind of way they're walking that is the person. There's no mistaking it, and also you with your familiarity of disguise arcane or disguise magic, realize what has just occurred, that they are using magic to try and throw you off their trail. However, it is not good enough for a 21 perception, Alvina.
Yeah, you've probably seen Fuck You do it so many times.
Yeah.
They begin making their way through the workshop area down and eventually turn off into a less populated alleyway into one of the kind of small like inner courtyards of the workshop. Previously of what you were in for like one of the old workshops you were previously at, but slightly more to the west, or slightly more to the east. And they seem to open up a derelict hatch that had some kind of some moss kind of growing over it, and begin making their descent down some ladders into one of the underground passage caveways that that you've would you know
Now we do.
that you've kind of seen a lot of the kind of lower plateaus. All of the rails kind of go off into various cave systems that network out underneath the workshop and merchant layers, just for ease of transportation. So a lot of them have basements and underground areas and passageways.
Mm.
There's a lot of burrows and stuff dug out in the city.
Yeah.
But they begin making their way down this ladder, down into presumably one of those underground passageways. Would you like to continue following?
I'm not sure Alvina's dumb enough to go into a underground network she is not familiar with a person who evidently is familiar with it while she's tailing him and she believes they're hostile. Alone.
And who's also a magic user.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Alvina's going to follow.
To an unknown extent.
Yeah. Well, no, well, the thing is, Alterself is druidy, usually, so she assumes he's a druid.
Right.
Could be completely wrong. That's what she assumes. Which means he could turn into a
fair
freaking rat.
assumption.
He could turn into a rat or something in there and then just be gone. So,
Completely lose.
So yeah, Alvina's going to just wander back to the ship. After that, she's like, But she's not quite dumb enough to follow him down there.
Yeah, and after the GSL conversation with Zoe, fuck, you would have done the double dimension door back to the ship.
You do so.
Alvina is going to keep an eye if she's being tailed, though.
We'll just use your previous perception of the 21, but you do not believe so.
Okay. Yeah, Alvina's going to make her way back to the ship, then.
Fuck, he's gone up to the golden golems and gone, activate ship defense. He's going to say words along that line to try activate them. Try sounding like Zormiri, essentially. Activate, enable, turn on.
Make boomstick work.
Yeah, I'm sat here trying to think of words to say.
Security protocol
can I-
engage. That's what Alvina's
Can I grab Lou as a giant eagle and fly back there? Because I want to do
We will
something just
have
as he's spouting out all these different ideas or words
Yeah.
and land with dropping Lou Grim off beside the goblin.
Yes, assuming Lou agrees, you're
Yeah.
able to fly back.
And just drop the form and in the robot voice. Defense protocol 1 activate.
Why does he name it stupid things like that?
He is
Make it obvious.
by the book. You know he's not very good with names.
What book?
The Artificer book.
The Dummy's Guide to Artificer.
Dummy's Guide? Neil. Jeremy's good at fucking artificery.
Yeah, but this is the first book that he got, you know?
No, he's professional.
Everyone's going to start somewhere, Bob.
Yeah, but it's the advanced
No,
edition.
Advanced Dummy's Guide.
Yeah.
The second Dummy's
God's
Guide.
sake.
The persistent is the persistent Dummy's Guide.
Revised edition.
Yeah.
The golems activate and to take defensive patrols around the deck of the ship.
Well, downstairs we go.
The rest of the party is back at the ship, with the exception of Alvina. Alvina, would you like to begin making your way back to the ship once you decide to no longer follow Fintel?
Yes.
All right. Then, in short succession, you're able to make your way back. It's only been about half an hour since you originally left the ship.
Mhm.
How quickly you all return to it.
Uh,
But you take up defensive procedure. It is about mid-afternoon. What would you like to do?
Goes down
I'd
as-
let everyone know that he can shape change. Definitely a cultist. Lives in the sewers.
Hey, Luke, do you know him then?
Yeah, Lou, do you know this guy?
I saw him in the shop, but he didn't look familiar, so
Mm.
that may not have been his true form.
He can
Who
shape
knows?
change, yeah.
That could have just been guys.
Yeah.
Maybe. Zoe seemed nice.
Yeah, do you have a nice chat?
Just a quick little
Like
chat.
the
Introduce
one-
ourselves.
One sentence you guys had.
Yeah. Introduce ourselves, that's about it.
Nice.
This seemed a bit more pressing.
Yeah, we can
yeah.
go back. We can go back tomorrow. But yeah, I think he's definitely gonna basically go and get the register to see what ships came in about that time, and break in with a bunch of his mates. So someone go and grab the little statuette and put it somewhere we all can see it.
Zebo, where would he
He's already
like,
downstairs.
Like I say, it's on the desk.
where's he gone?
It's on his it's on his desk in the workshop.
It's
I popped
in
in to
the
ask Drax if he wanted
lab.
anything to eat.
Well, it was
Med-
work
the
group.
med lab or the actual lab?
It's here.
The actual workshop lab.
Hopefully, no, just go out.
I mean, workshop.
I saw it when I popped in to ask Drax if he wanted anything to eat.
All right.
Goes, grabs the thing. Oh. Follows it up into one of the pockets.
Right, where is it? When you come back up top.
It's inside me.
Well, we need to see it.
But what?
Get it out.
Opens
How
the
long will it
pocket
take
wide
to,
with
get
a
it
empty
out?
maw.
It's like spit it out.
No.
Spit.
Cough it up.
Drop it. Drop
It's
Yeah.
it.
important.
It's safe here.
Yeah, I want to see it first. Spit it. Good. Alvina picks it up. Wipes whatever goop is on Lou. I imagine this is a normal thing you're kind of used to at this point, Alvina just wipes something on you.
He
Put one
is
on the
going to try and
nearest
swallow it again.
What was that?
Zebo is going to try and swallow again as soon as you.
Yeah, and
As soon
Alvina's
as you've
just
seen
going
it,
to.
he's not going to give you time to.
Yeah,
Pick it
Alvina's
up.
going to try and pick it up. Quickly. I've had for initiative roll off to see which one of us gets it first. You can do this again, because Alvina will continue to say spit it out.
But while you guys are doing your shenanigans, what's the party doing in terms of defensive procedure? Place yourself on the map wherever you believe yourself would be. The golems are going to be taking patrols on the top deck, occasionally going underneath one at a time. Make sure there's always somebody above deck. But the ship doesn't have innate defensive procedures just yet. You also still have the not the golems, the hydras in the deck of the ship, or the hold of the lower deck. But presumably you don't want them spitting acid anywhere actually on the ship or in the ship.
Yeah,
No.
Alvina will basically, after we've sorted this little shenanigans out, she'll go and make sure they're at least both awake. Though. After we've figured out the shenanigans with the whole
Yeah.
statue.
Alvino, shouldn't you go up into like the crow's nest? So keep an eye out.
Ah, you got it. Spit it out again.
No, I'm keeping it safe.
We need a look at the bloody thing first so we know what it is.
You seen it?
For brief blink of an eye. Let's spin it. Okay. She picks
Give
it up
us a
again.
long enough look so we can
She picks it up again
replicate
and
it
actually
with
proper...
minor illusion.
It's kind of my
Or
thought.
major illusion if anybody has it.
She has a
I've
look.
not-
Do you have silent image? That'd be perfect.
I've not got silent image, but I do have minor illusion.
So but I wasn't sure if you had anything bigger.
Alvina's going to have a proper overall look at it. Like a very detailed look. It's like, why the hell is this thing so important?
Fair enough. Give me a perception check. Or I guess, give me... you can't see everything already there. Give me an investigation check.
I do have my eyes essentially, I think, act as the fine detail things. Because I can see fine detail from a crazy distance. Which is basically what the item does, I think. If you want to question for that one.
Yeah, give me a perception and an investigation. I'll just make up, see what the two of those are.
Cool. Perception. Wow, damn it.
See fine details.
And
Use my thingy.
your destiny.
Yeah.
Dankeschön. There we go. Thank you.
Like 7. Fuck you.
Yeah, and investigation's probably gonna be a bad one, but yep. That was
Yeah,
an
you can have
average
my
roll.
destiny.
No, honestly, I don't think the investigation's gonna matter. I can see the things. I don't have to understand what they are a lot of the time.
Yeah,
we might
okay,
need some
fair
more
enough.
destinies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine using one destiny on it. I'd be kind of pushing it if we use 2 on that though. We might need yours, Lou.
All right. So has everybody placed themselves on the map?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck you's gonna be near the capstan and near on the battleship.
Yeah, Alvina will have woken up the Hydras, but so they are awake but not out. And got him.
Wake up, we could have company.
And got to kicked Mr. Popular awake as well, or told him to be awake.
What about
He
Jones?
doesn't understand the fuck of me. Someone else get Jones. I like Jones, but
Jones.
I'm doing my bit.
Yeah, Jones can help
that
out,
was
but
more
Jones is
meaning.
still a
Are we
pacifist.
going to wake him up?
It's pacifist.
He does
Would
not
we
have
get
a protection.
would we get Mr. Popular out as well?
Yeah, I've awakened him, but I don't know if he's gonna do anything. So
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Popular is a coward.
Fair
I've also told him to get the
Um,
hell out of my freaking animal enclosure on multiple occasions.
To be fair, he is excellent with the animals. He's got a very poetic heart.
The problem is there's a giant pool of lava in there with things that are not supposed to be kept cold.
He's been keeping away from them. It's fine. But because Jones and Mr. Popular have passive actions, neither one has combat actions. I think Drax technically does have combat actions. Oh, interesting. I'm going to have to update the support call. Because none of the characters on this are actually here other than Sawed-Off. And Sawed-Off's ones have been updated.
Oh yeah. Fuck you would bring Sawed-Off out of his key as well.
Yeah.
Which means we can bring Drax back into the active ones. What does Emmy have again?
I have
You
no
and
idea.
Drax didn't actually leave us.
Emmy has a support action and a utility action, so can be useful. So drag all them back into active party members.
I'm assuming Emmy's in my room, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think I actually copied over their avatar, which we'll get.
I'm guessing Alvina would have let me swallow the thing again.
Yeah, after I've had a
Back
proper
into the
look at
pocket.
it and whatever that is, I would have given it you back and let you swallow it.
What did you roll for perception? For perception, you can pretty much see everything. There looks to be an additional bead inside, underneath the fake crystalline bead outside, but you're not proficient enough with Arcana to identify what it is. It looks quite silvery and pretty, but other than that, you can't see any like hidden compartments or anything in it. And there doesn't seem to be of anything like any way to like access or know any like glyphs or hidden like messages inscribed in the actual statue itself. For all intents and purposes, it does look to just be a mundane religious figure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alvina's going to assume it's probably magic in some way that she doesn't know because Zormir was interested in it. Which actually it's probably some sort of
And
special
obviously
magic.
Zormir not being the most religious of
Yeah,
people.
exactly. That's my thought.
Yeah. What's looking at Sodos' character sheet? What's his spell DC?
Oh,
How the hell did I get a 23 there, by the way?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I
Didn't you
didn't.
have a
I just.
15?
No, the 15 was my against Zormir one, which I'm assuming it took as my actual
Oh,
one.
12.
So I rolled it again. I got a 12, and it gave me a 23. I'm not sure how.
Godolph does not have a spell DC. What do you mean?
Because he can do fireball.
Oh, that's fair. Then it'll be the same as his Inferno, which it's a DC 15.
DC 15. Okay. Why did my
Yeah.
Oh, I clicked Alvina rather than
That'll be why I got a 23. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Congrats.
There we go. I was like, how did I get a 23 on my initiative? I rolled a 12.
Let me just quickly do that. Ah,
Now you got a 25.
But we'll get rid of.
let's change that back to 23.
My initiatives are always so bad, even with advantage, by the way.
Mine usually are, but I was surprised
Yeah,
on this one.
I've had advantage the entire campaign and like rolled one good roll ever in initiative.
I went up to 3. That also went up to 3. There we go. Save that. Hilariously, Sawed-Off is updated on my support macro, but not on the actual character sheet. It's supposed to be doing 3d5, 8 fire damage now for his Inferno.
All right.
Yeah, Sodoff's pretty good now.
I mean, the Inferno is essentially an aura attack.
Yeah, it's effectively like the water elemental's grapple attack.
Ah, gotcha.
But does fire damage instead of like crushing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
But while this is all happening, can anyone in the party see invisibility?
Yes.
Are you having to keep up? Are you casting see
I
invisibility?
have to cast it, but
I imagine you would.
How long does
can
see
see.
invisibility last for?
Like an hour. I think.
Because this will matter as to what the window of opportunity you have is.
It lasts for an hour.
Okay.
Can I make the suggestion then? If you're going to cast on anyone, cast on the person who sees 360.
Alvina, yeah. Alright.
360 is pretty good.
Sees every direction.
That is force a habit of
Yeah, Alvina's got the long
Alvina
distance.
seeing a mile.
Alvina's got the long distance.
I can basically, if I'm standing somewhere,
You're
cover
a
most of
sentry,
the
Thor.
ship.
You're a sentry bot.
Unfortunately, that still requires you to have line of sight on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I cast it on somebody else? Because it's saying range area itself.
Then you can only cast on yourself.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's only on yourself. Unless you... There is a way to turn... No, it's self, not touch.
There's definitely a thing that is see invisibility on other people, so... I just don't know how you do it.
Unless
If it's a
it's
different
higher
spell or
level than
something.
second.
Maybe, I don't know.
But, just updating the macro for convenience sake. Support. But then presumably Lugrim would have to cast it on themselves. It is an hour, and if you are suspecting that maybe somebody might be trying to sneak aboard your ship who has magic, it's pretty likely they are going to try and use invisibility, especially because you are docked in a busy port.
Yeah. Boom.
That's just me playing with the thing.
Boom.
29 fire damage.
Yeah, Alvina doesn't have it, but she also has the whole can't be surprised. And
God, the alert feat.
Well, no, she's a barbarian. And she has an aura of can't be surprised as well, because of her sword.
So you got a sword of warning, basically.
I have the legendary sword of warning, yeah, that's what the Amethyst Dragon Blade has.
Right.
Yeah. In addition,
then
you and any of companions within 30 feet can't be surprised.
Lou, where are you keeping watch from? I need to know what your line of sight is for the hour. Are you walking around patrolling, or are you kind of setting yourself up in like the crow's nest to look down, or where would you like to be?
I'm just going to be standing here looking all round. Not pacing from side to side, but looking all over the ship.
Yeah, we're not being subtle because we assume that they know exactly which one we are, so we're just going to be on deck.
I'll just be keeping an eye out for anybody coming onto the ship.
Okay. I believe they still get a chance to make the stealth check.
Yeah, if they're actually stealthy enough, they can just pass it. It just means he can see them.
My passive's an 18.
Your passive doesn't matter if you can't see invisibility. Well, I guess it still technically matters. I'll do a flat roll for... I'll give it advantage, and then do the first one for Lou and the rest for you guys.
Yeah.
Because it only matters if it passes Lou's.
Yeah, like if it fails all of ours, they've stood in a bucket or something.
I'm not
That's
gonna
back
do
off.
the combat disablement one. So we got Drax sort of. Mr. Popular's is only a support passive, which prevents heat exhaustion while in proximity, which isn't gonna matter for this one. Is that everything? I think it's everything. Alright, so you now have 2 combat actions for Sawed Off, a support action from Drax, and a support action from Emmy.
I forgot. Cloak
Oh, no, I
actually
guess not.
sees invisible creatures. It's actually also seeing in the ethereal plane at all times as well.
Ooh, what's doing this?
The cloak
That-
of many eyes. The thing that's
Ooh.
giving me the
Oh, it just gives you see
200
invisibility.
That's also seeing
You see
invisibility. I
the
can see
invisible
the
creatures
ethereal
object
as
and
well.
ethereal planes.
Yeah, fair.
I forgot I just double checked what the actual cloak entirely does. So yeah,
Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
So yeah, we have 2.
Or see invisibility.
We have 2 see invisibilities. One's permanent and 360 degrees essentially.
Nice. Let me just quickly do this. And then I'll roll stealth.
My thought is they'll want to do it today because they've got something on tonight, so we could be at a high alert for today essentially.
There we go. That works. I forgot to add the Hydras, because technically there you go.
Yeah, if
There's
someone
those 4
comes
actions.
in through the bottom of the ship, they get eaten.
Yeah,
by
you never
hydras.
know.
They might get eaten by
They would
hydras.
technically need to start at the top, so let's go ahead. And since 2 of you have seen invisibility, I'm not going to give them advantage on this. This is just going to be their innate stealth. What is
Oof.
Glue and Zormir's passive?
13
Passive
for
state.
Lou.
Not that.
18.
18?
Mhm.
Unfortunately, whatever is stealthing past you manages to succeed. Even though you're able to see. They are still able to kind of avoid your line of sight.
Which is insanely hard considering I see in all directions.
It is, but unfortunately your direction can still be blocked by physical objects.
Yeah.
Yep. Hard skills, basically, is what it comes down to.
Art skill, whatever this thing is, it is a master of stealth and is able to thingy past you. We get to about, let's say towards the end, we'll say 50 minutes into your suspenseful wait upon the ship, waiting for something to happen. You're all experienced enough adventurers now that you can feel it in your gut. Something is going down. This Ventel guy was too shady. Wanted that statue too much and wanted it for this evening, so definitely going to try and get it. As you're apprehensively waiting for the no doubt showdown that is coming, you're unaware of a very small flittering creature as it makes its way towards the ship and manages to fly just out of sight waiting, looking for the perfect opportunity where an item is blocking Zormir's path, or maybe one of the other players block Zormir's path as they are pacing, strolling across the deck, where they are able to very quickly dart for one of the doorways down into the lower ship.
Hilariously, I think Drax can see anything sentient if he cares enough, and
If he does, but that will cost you extra, as Drax informs you.
yeah.
As
Can I do an extra
unaware
look?
to the rest of the party. What can Drax see? Can Drax actually just sense the
I
creature?
think he can because that's what he did with us. Like,
Well,
if it's got a brain.
I'll use it in combination to your sort of warning anyway. It won't prevent what's about to happen, but both Drax and the legendary sword of warning will give you notice that it is happening. As Alvina, you get a shiver down your spine as the sword warns you of intruders below deck. And in each of your heads, you all get a little pop-up video call or voice call from Drax, informing you that creatures are teleporting into the ship in the cargo hold.
Thank you, Drax. Which level's the cargo hold? It's the bottom deck, right?
It is the middle deck.
middle
So
deck.
it's upper cargo, lower.
Alvina draws a sword and hammer, goes, "Yep, it's on, guys," and starts just making her way downstairs. Both weapons readied.
Yeah, we'll use that to trigger initiatives. I actually need to go ahead and add all these guys, which I don't think you'll be able to see, so that's fine. We'll add all these on the same turn. Oh god, now I gotta roll initiative for everything. Oh, and I guess I've got 10 for this thing, but...
Oh shit, I just realised we're going to actually have our golems active as well. I hate to have the golem up. Because my golem is active.
Yeah, your one takes the hit for you.
We'll go back to here.
My golem is golem 2, I believe. I just need to get this stat block up.
And
We'll
your
copy
AC
you.
goes up by 1 for it as well.
Yay to a mighty 18. That's totally going to matter.
Hey. Don't knock it.
18.
AC
To be fair, 18 armor in your underwear ain't bad.
Yeah.
Where's my golem?
I got so many stat blocks, I made this encounter too big.
That's a good sign.
God damn, these guys were not taking the
Liberties.
liberties of you guys. They really wanted this statue.
To be fair, I hit a guy with a door to start this. They probably
10
went,
foot iron door.
a big ass door. Is like, these are pretty formidable people, if nothing else. There we go. There's my golem.
And for an item that's, practically worthless.
Shut up.
Just gonna roll.
I'm practically
Four.
worthless.
God damn it, Zoma.
Oh,
That's
nice.
what he said.
He did say practically worthless.
Not just perfect.
I'm just love that we've literally... They could actively, like, hide it so well. They could search the entire ship stealthily. They'd still never fucking find it.
Yeah.
That was the chip I thought of.
It's
I'm definitely going to give it back to you because that's hilarious to me. I just want to know what I'm looking
Minus
for.
1, 17. Save you. All right, and I just got one more to do, and then we get going. But Alvina, I'm pretty sure you're up first. Are you up first? No, it'll be Fuku up first.
It's Alvina's triggering combat because she knows that they're there. But that's it.
That's fair. And we'll thingy you down. Add you. And you were plus. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I put fuck you up here. Why is he down there? Or is that Zed? Does.
He's on the top deck.
Ah, so you were the one who shifted me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good because you got a similar color background, and I just grabbed the one that looked right.
You've left your poor boy down here.
Yeah. I mean, he's got fireball. It's got 150-foot range. You could go send it in the ship. You can like fire it anywhere.
Mm.
Zoma's going to be so mad at us.
Alright, correctly something acts before fuck you, but that can be thingy for itself anyway. Alvina, since you do not have see invisibility, you do not see anything.
Yeah, but
You see a glitter of arcane dust as a teleportation circle begins to evaporate, having teleported in successfully the creatures it was teleporting, enough to give you an idea of where the creatures might be if you're able to act quick enough.
can Alvina use her feral instinct ability, which I believe? Oh no, she basically can act normally on her first turn. Like she can't be surprised outright, and if she can just rage instantly on her first turn, it's fine.
Sure. You can do all of that on your first turn.
Yeah,
but
I was
fuck
making
you.
sure it wasn't reaction rage, essentially.
Alvina has dashed beneath, and you've also received the message from Dax that creatures are teleporting into the ship below. What would you like to do?
Seeing Alvina and getting the message from Drax, fuck you would run and launch himself over the railing here down onto the main deck, and then jump down the stairs.
Behind me.
Yeah, so he's
You-
on the stairs behind Alvina now. I don't think I've got anything that allows me to see invisible or make things uninvisible. I did have Fairy Fire at one point, but I don't
There's
have it
stairs
anymore.
below those stairs.
Hmm?
That's even. Oh. Nothing. I was just watching Blue measuring.
Ah.
That was me.
I was like, there's stairs below you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is in going through the like these ones here down to here.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm just having a look through my stuff, see if there's anything I can do that might. Not knowing where they are, but Drax said that things are teleporting in. When fuck you made it down, can he see like the trails of the Arcanite or the arcane magic circle?
What is your passive perception?
Passive is 12.
12. I'll let you attempt to with a perception check. As there's only like residuals, kind of it's spreading out now, and it's a little less clear as to where it was in the room exactly.
16, a little bit better.
You get a rough idea from your experience that it's definitely in like this lower left-hand side, so
Cool.
somewhere around here.
I didn't see a ping. Is like about there. Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, seeing that, fuck you quickly pulls his loot off his back, strums a couple of chords, and then does a power chord, and he casts Shatter centered about here.
I thought you were gonna do fairy fire. That'd been hilarious.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've got Fairy Fire. So it's a 10-foot radius sphere.
Shockwave.
And they would need to make a DC 7 con save. Or take 14 or half it on the save.
Probably a concentration
half
check
on
at
save?
least. Yeah, it is for Thunderwave. Shatter is, yeah.
And what level was this spell?
Just a base second level.
Base second level. Seeing you cast that, you're looking in their direction. They do have line of sight on you. You've just jumped down the stair and are like casting this as you're kind of taking in the scene, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
As you hear a very quick mutter of an elven voice that Alvina recognizes as Fintel. As suddenly your spell mid-cast shatters itself, as you have been counterspelled.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have, Fintel does not reappear.
Greater invisibility. That or someone's casting it on him.
Fun times, yeah.
No, wait, that would still.
Yeah, I think
cause
it is greater. I think
to-
it's greater
yeah,
or a permanent invisibility item or something like that.
yeah. And I've not. Hang on, do I not have a counter spell?
You can't counter counters.
Yeah, you can.
You can counter,
Yeah,
but
I
you would
thought you
require
could.
to see the counter speller.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you do not see the spell and therefore cannot counter it.
Mm. Yeah.
Which will
So
do.
fuck you. Just shouts dickhole. And keep strumming and gives Alvina bardic inspo.
Thank you.
Is that your turn?
And that'll be my turn. Yeah.
All right. An unknown voice, old and croaky, begins to cast, while also invisible, in what appears to be Sylvan.
I don't actually understand Sylvan.
Nope.
Nope.
As
It's one of the languages I want to
suddenly
know.
materializing in a space in front of you. Can I make this semi-transparent? I don't think I can. Fog begins materializing within the area.
Oh, sweet.
It is a 20-foot radius. We'll say that's about 20 foot. I can't bother measuring stuff.
Yeah.
But that will be their turn.
If
we'll
you've drawn
say-
something, there's nothing showing
Yeah,
up.
Yeah, you might be
It's-
drawing on the
nothing's
wrong.
come up.
You might be drawing on the GM layer because we haven't seen anything for a
Yeah,
bit.
there you go.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah. Think about all of them on the fucking GM layer.
Yeah.
A fog cloud begins simulating throughout the ship, and since the ship appears to be 10 radius, we're going to assume that everything is doubled. Every 5 foot is actually 10 foot, because the ship is slightly smaller than the scale. But that is going to be their turn. Lou Grim, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Something is going on beneath you.
Hilarious enough.
And I would go down these stairs. I don't know.
Yes, if you want the shortest way, you can jump
Yeah.
over the railing here, go into the quarter deck, and go down these steps with your 30 feet movement.
Yeah.
As you peek around the corner, you see Drax obviously thinking out and looking at the little locking mechanism on the door, considering if he should just lock himself in the lab so he can get back to work, or if he should actually help. But as you glance in, you see a large, sprawling out cloud of fog beginning to fill up the cargo hold. You can no longer see your allies, and you're not entirely sure if there was anything to see, but you do not see any. Actually, you actually have seen visibility.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I was about to say,
yeah.
does he see anyone on the
Unfortunately-
outside of it?
No, because they're all in the fog cloud now.
I was going to say, I thought I couldn't see them because of the fog.
Yep.
That's why I was like, if there are any behind it, it was possible you might be able to see him. So
You only see everything in the fog cloud because you only see fog. Lou, what would you like to do? That took your movement to get down here, but you still have your action.
I don't think I can do much.
oh, the fog doesn't count as dim light to stop it, right? It's actually like obscuring terrain.
It is obscuring terrain, yes.
Cool. Yeah, I was making sure my eagle didn't affect it, basically, because they're invisible anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
That is conjuration.
Yeah.
But Lou, what would you like to do? Everything is now obscured. There is actual fog particles in the way.
I realize this will be a disadvantage, but I will cast Chaos Bolt in the general direction of the fog.
oh dear,
Chaos Bolt, a targeted
it is a targeted spell.
It doesn't say anything about seeing. Like, you hurl an undulating, wobbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range.
Nope, that's fine. Then standard luck checks involved since you don't know what space. Lou, point to a spot on the map. We're gonna play Battleship.
Hey,
Point to a spot on the map, and if you get it correctly, hit someone.
Let's see.
I've divided the map out. Actually, let me just move you into like a proper quadrant here, so make sure that it's
Oh.
nice, even. There we go.
If
There
you
go.
right
Nice.
click it, you should be able to do opacity.
I like there.
Do a path. Click that again. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack at, I assume, disadvantage because it is still an attack range against a creature you can't see.
Yeah.
Although hilariously, it can't see you because it's in the fog. Therefore, I'm pretty sure it's actually a flat
It's
roll.
neutral, yeah. That's why I was like,
flat roll, yeah.
the fog actually is good
Wait,
for us because they're
by
invisible.
any chance, do you happen to have, I don't know, like ghost vision? No, you don't have ghost vision. Go ahead and roll a
No.
flat roll.
I actually don't think
Flat
there's
roll it
anything that
is,
gets
yeah.
through fog, actually. Even Matt.
It has to be like ghostly vision for a
25.
warlock.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Tremor Sense does.
Oh, tremor sense
And,
would,
and
or
blind sense,
sight.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to go. It is you. Okay, at 25 hits. Do you have any? If you're immune to poison, great. Well done. I don't think anybody does poison in this game because of that exact reason.
Everything's immune to poison. Pretty.
Everything's immune to poison.
To the
Actually, Chaos Bolt changes, doesn't it? You don't get
plus
to pick.
1d6.
Mhm.
What damages?
Choose one of the d8s.
I think one's a fire, actually.
So on a hit, the target
4
has
and
2d8. Did it? Oh yeah. So one of the 2d. It's a 4 and 8. So you can either do force damage or thunder damage. What would you like to do?
I'll do the thunder damage.
Yeah, they counterspell the thunder spell, so it's reasonably okay that.
All right, and that is 13 damage. The plus 6 is just a plus 6 damage, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it takes 13 thunder damage. It takes the full damage.
Plus 1d6.
You hear, because you know when you've damaged creature, you hear the sound of a whinnying horse.
Sorry, Gwen.
Found you, you bastard.
Sorry, Gwent.
And I guess in Sylvan, none of you speak Sylvan, so you're not quite sure what that means, but you're pretty sure it was a Halopain. Lou, is that your turn? You've managed to hit something with your battleship target.
Torpedo.
You're not sure what you hit. It appears to be something in the horse family.
It's Gwent.
That can speak Sylvan.
It's Gwent.
It might be Gwent.
Actually, I think Gwent has both of those traits, actually.
I'm going to move back a bit.
Guys, when centaurs get hit, do they make a whinnying noise?
They do now.
How hoarse are centaurs?
Half.
But Lou, if that is your turn, then it is now their turn, and I guess in Elvish, you hear Fintel's voice. Only Alvina can understand, instructing something to grab them.
Oh, guys, he's telling something to grab us.
As you hear thudding footsteps, flesh against wood, charge towards you.
Ooh, I'm gonna brace since I apparently know what's. Something's coming.
And as one of them comes out of the fog cloud, Lou, you can see. Technically, you wouldn't see shadow because they're invisible, so they wouldn't leave a shadow in the fog. But you do see, as it runs out of the fog cloud to charge towards you, a large, bulking flesh golem.
Okay.
Ooh.
As it is going to charge at you and make a grapple check. So all three of you, Fukio, Albina, and Lugrim, give me a athletics or acrobatics for a grapple check, and I'll do the one against Lou first.
Are we being grabbed by a different one, I'm assuming?
Yes, there are three of them.
Cool.
But you guys don't get to see that.
Hilariously.
Invisibility doesn't help grapple checks in any way.
I'm going to destiny that.
I told you you'd need it.
Wow, it rolled a 5 and you still somehow lost.
I want to see if I
We're coming towards the end of the session, so go ahead and give me your destiny then.
18.
Being able to see it, you are able to sidestep this form as it is going to then use its second attack to slam against you.
Oh, I got 16.
And it will be a flat roll, so +7. A 10 to hit Lou.
Misses.
The golem means nothing towards you. As for the other two,
I got a very bad roll.
Just athletics. Against Fukyu, it is a 20.
Was that to grapple again, or
Was that was to grapple? Yes, that was the first grapple check on Fukyu.
You got a 19.
Yeah, I got a 19 on the grapple against me.
Would you like to do anything before I announce the results? Because technically,
You
can't do it on a contested ability check.
Can I see him?
You cannot. They are invisible.
Okay. Then no, there's nothing else I can do.
Then you feel a very large, gruff-fleshed hand grab around you and bring you in for almost like a bear hug with one hand. The flesh is... Flesh golems traditionally warm or cold? I think they're warm, right?
They're warm because they're powered by lightning, usually.
This warm gruff kind of you can feel the stitching on their bare chests as they press your face in towards their chest. And with their second attack, they're going to bring their other fleshy fist in and are going to just kind of like slam into your head with their other fist as they're grappling you.
Bonk.
Okay.
For no benefit.
He's made another new friend.
But I just wanted to grapple you. For a critical miss. Apparently,
he punches his own hand.
He punches his...
He's just wriggling to no end.
For a 15 to grapple Alvina.
Oh, she actually overpowers it with a 16. Didn't even need to roll it.
Oh.
A very bad roll from Alvina as well.
Are they technically still? I'm gonna say because you're so close to the fog that they are still technically in it for the sake of flat rolls, so I don't have to do anything for now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move them up. But they are going to swing for a attack on the miss, so a 19 to hit Alvina.
That hits. She takes no damage. How much does the golem take? Because I'm within 120 feet of my golem, so it's just blocking for me.
Let's have a look here. That is 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, it just takes the flat damage, right?
Yes. It doesn't gain any resistance or immunity or anything.
Okay.
Because it is a damage transference rather than actually dealing the damage to it.
Okay, I need someone to freaking note down how much health my golem has. It's this one.
It's
got 40. I think it's got 45.
Yeah, the golems have health pool.
I literally looked at it. It's got 180 health. This will take a while. It's not got that.
Unfortunately not. The player versions only have 45.
Yeah. So if you click onto the thing, I don't know if you're GL1 or GL2. Fair enough.
Yeah,
they are GL2. The points is presumably GL3.
Yes.
But that is the 3 golems. It is now one of the other invisible creatures' turn. They are going to get the hell out of that way, and the fog cloud is obscuring, so just going to move somewhere. It is then one of the others, and who was it that attacked? It was Lou, but Lou's kind of cramped around right now. So what can you do? Can you do any spells? Oh, wow. Okay, so it's actually going to go up here and do this. And you all hear the sound of Sylvan innate spell casting going on around the room until you hear a slight vacuumous pop sound.
That's good.
Who knows what that's about?
He burst!
Exploded.
Z-Bot.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn, and you're currently up on deck, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, because you're able to see invisibility, 3 invisible creatures teleport up on deck. And you see one hag bound in thick, twisted silver chains around their neck and wrists, with chains kind of hangling from their wrist to their neck, and a similarly chained up unicorn with a rather sleazy looking elf you previously met that day.
Oh, Alvina wants a unicorn.
It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Maybe.
Fintel looks around, but given you have 360 vision, you don't technically need to look at them to look at them.
Wait, I just had a thought. Do fire elementals have Blind sight.
I actually don't think they do.
Do they not?
None of the elementals do. Yeah, it's
Well,
weird.
'cause
They have like normal perceptions.
Because Earth elementals do.
Only Earth elementals have like tremor sense.
Yeah.
But the only one special of that.
Fair enough.
But Zebot, what would you like to do?
Sort of step on here. Calmly wild shape.
Into what CR1 creature?
There.
A bear. Fair enough. Classic.
Well, the brown bear.
We know it's the CR1 bear. You're not gonna turn into a black bear somehow, considering they're like a quarter and really bad.
Plus, I get another 44 health onto the top of the actual creature's health pool
Ooh.
because the spores. So this big spore-covered bear
I've seen this in a movie.
turns round and is going to. Wait, I can't. Is it? Let me check. An action wild shape? Or is
Yes,
it-
unless you're a moon druid, it is an action to wild shape.
So if you wanted to, you could have cast a bonus spell
First.
before that, yeah.
I don't know if I've got any bonus spells that would have done anything. Most of my stuff that I've got prepared is all healing stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I didn't expect combat. I expected to recover the boss man.
How would you need healing if there wasn't combat?
To heal up Zormir, who's dead. I'm assuming.
Yeah. It was also he was a pre-programmed robot for get.
But yes, what are you going to do? And also, I believe you're the one with the statue inside of yourself, are you not?
Yep.
As Fintel kind of looks towards you, look at you like coming over into like transforming into a bear. Yes, you seem to have the What the fuck are you doing?
Pushes a button on the thing and opens the floor and goes down.
You are on the cargo elevator right now. Yes, there is a little button to the side if you would just like to start activating it.
Just completely ignoring him.
Turn into a bear, drops to the next floor below.
Hilariously, you are the perfect tank right now as you have the item. As the elevator begins descending and the rest of you hear above you the sound of the elevator coming down, into a fog cloud. Zebot, you begin descending into a fog cloud. The beginning of fog kind of wisping around you.
Also, if there's the opening of the elevator coming down, the fog's gonna go out.
That's true. However, I don't know if you know this, but air is
takes
pretty
time.
static in a ship. You might need something to help the air ventilate.
Yeah. But I'm
Take a deep
putting
breath and
myself
roar.
I'm putting myself somewhere you can't find me as easily as self. Or
You
you'll
just
have
hear
to.
in Elven.
What did you say?
I don't know.
I do.
You hear coming from above you. Oh, for fuck's sake! But Zebot, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alvina, you are being grappled by an invisible creature inside a fog cloud.
It
What would you like
tried
to do?
to grapple me. It failed.
Oh, you are not being grappled. You were attempted to be grappled and have been hit. Did it even hit you?
It punched my
it did hit
golem.
you.
It punched my golem.
What would you like to do?
What Alvina does best, and what she hasn't actually done for a surprisingly large number of sessions in a row. Alvina's going to rage.
You go to the map.
And she's going, it's about there! And reckless attack. Oh, that was... I just rolled damage for some reason. That's curious.
Now,
I've
do you
never
remember the beautiful thing about having advantage and disadvantage from invisibility. It's a flat roll regardless.
Oh yeah, I don't actually need to reckless. Yay!
Recklessing would not give you any benefit.
It would negative me. 20. With
Ooh,
magical
pretty
weapon.
sure
I do less damage as
does
well.
hit.
No.
Yes, it's got an AC of 9. It hits.
15 second hit. Because I don't know.
Are you dealing the force damage?
Yep, it's on every hit.
Never hit. Go. It takes the 15. No. Set your to 15.
That is
minus
really
15.
low damage on both, by the way.
Takes an 18.
That was a 1 and a
Yeah.
2 for damage.
It is
And-
force. It has nothing against force. Cool.
And bonus action attack with the hammer.
Ooh.
Make this
Yeah,
high damage.
I am not metering, which is why I didn't choose to hit with a hammer on every single attack. Wish to point out.
Well,
Again
no.
with the 15 damage.
And 4 fire.
And for fire. As suddenly the golem in front of you, unbeknownst to any character as to why, begins to start making a freaked out mumbling sound as it starts to wail in the presence of the fire. Ah!
What the hell are we fighting?
As it seems to have an aversion to fire.
Doesn't like fire.
Fire bad.
Fire bad. Pretty much.
Understands one language if it's creatures, but can't. Unfortunately, it can't speak. That's a chat. He understands the elven commands. It can't speak. But Alvina, is that your turn?
Yes.
Then it's time for their turn. They're gonna fly up to Zbot and are going to whisper in Zbot's ear. Oh, actually, they're gonna touch you. And they're gonna use Heart Sight on you.
Ooh.
Does
Alright,
have,
sorry.
does he have a heart?
Apparently so, for the purpose of this ability. It knows your current emotional state. I'm gonna need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
He knows
Charisma.
the emotional state of the mushroom robot.
Charisma's the worst one.
I know, you've got a negative, haven't you?
I mean, current emotional state is rage.
His bear.
Is bear.
Oh,
Current
yeah.
emotional state is bear.
What is your alignment? What is Zbot's alignment?
I
Hello?
think it was
Neutral or-
chaotic neutral
I
or
was about to say,
something.
it's definitely one of the neutrals, and I'm imagining it's either chaotic or pure. It's not lawful.
No.
Apparently, if you're a celestial, fiend, or undead, you automatically fail the saving throw. And what would you describe Zbot's emotional state as?
Bear.
Turmoil.
Bear.
And bear right now.
but there's two personalities.
Yeah.
What's going
Yeah.
to be the dominant one?
Yeah, because it is wild shape, so it does at least have your mental stats. So,
Yeah.
not
To
polymorph.
be fair, you keep your emotional state when you transform.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted on my emotions right now.
Oh yes, two emotions.
Last case of emotion.
And you can like understand. In common, in this very high-pitched, small voice, the creature says to Zbot, "Please, help us." As Fukyu, it's your turn.
Alvina is gonna get a pet unicorn and a pet hag, and Zoe's gonna be so mad. Zoe's gonna be so mad.
Right. So fuck you is currently being grappled. Let me just double check see if I can.
No, he's just getting a nice hug.
You're being held off
Yeah.
the ground by about 5 feet.
Okay, I was just making sure it didn't like incapacitate me.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Double check, see if I've got Misty Step. No. In that case, fuck you again is gonna give a rough point in the middle of the thing and cast Shatter again. But actually, no, he wouldn't be able to because he wouldn't really be able to get his loot.
Yeah, fair point. Hit the thing you don't know what the fuck it is, but it's one of them started screaming in front of Alvina.
Yeah. Let me just double check see if I can do anything else. He wouldn't really be able to draw his rapier. He wouldn't be able to.
Cutting
He might be able to
words.
get his dagger. Yeah, he's just
Can you
gonna.
not do an unarmed attack? You know,
It's
like kick them or elbow
Yeah.
them, maybe even
That's fine.
headbutt them.
I was I was just double checking to see what my spells are just vocal and somatic.
Die!
Get the fuck off me, you little shit.
Yeah. Vocal somatic. Ooh. Fuck you doesn't really know what he's
Fighting.
being grappled by.
Yeah.
So he's gonna try
It's
to.
it's a CR5, or I think it's like a CR5 creature. It's one of the most common enemies. It's fleshy. You have a rough idea of what you're fighting.
Oh, do you actually know it's a flesh golems? Cool.
Fair enough. Okay then.
He doesn't like fire, so it might be a giveaway. To be honest.
Yeah.
Tier 3 adventurers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless, gonna try charm monster then.
Ooh, I have
Does it
no idea.
require you to see them?
Description.
You can
Oh
see
shit!
within
Yeah,
range.
yeah, it does. Okay then, ignore that then. Because I can't really. I mean,
Do you have a fire
if I
spell?
look, yeah, if I look down, surely I'll be able to see them.
Nope, they're invisible.
You can feel them.
You can feel them,
Yeah,
but you can't see them.
Oh yeah, they're invisible, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Okay then. In that case, I will do a 5th level spell. And fuck you doesn't give a shit at this point. Centered more or less right in the middle of the fog cloud.
Oh, that poor unicorn.
Fuck you is going to cast Synaptic Static.
Oh no.
Ooh, what's the radius on that?
So the radius.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it targets every creature in there, not just enemies.
Oh, it's psychic damage, thank God.
Yeah. The radius is a 20-foot radius sphere.
Okay, so the literally the thing you have the fog cloud. Hilariously, it does catch the 2 golems who are in the fog cloud. However, we did just say that Z-Bot had just descended into the fog cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, so whatever creature is also on Z-Bot. So let's have 4 intelligence saves, because there's 4 creatures left in the fog.
Pass, unicorn. I want to keep you as a pet.
including Z-Bot.
One of which is Z-Bot. So Z-Bot, go ahead and give me an intelligence save, and I need one.
Oh.
Creature. Okay, I'm going to assume the golems don't have high intellect. It's only -2. Interesting. But they still both fail.
I think it's one of the highest of the golems, weirdly enough.
And +2 for the unknown creature, but it rolled a 3, so it's also failing. As is Z-Bot, everyone fails.
Yeah, so they all take 32 psychic damage.
Do you have anything against psychic? No. Do you have anything against psychic? No. Okay.
How are you, Z-Bot?
Does Z-Bot have anything against psychic?
Against psychic.
Yeah. Resistant, immune.
I mean, it'd be great.
Ooh, one of the golems is maybe bloodied, unknown to all of you because you can't see it.
I mean, that might knock you out of wild shape.
No, he said he got extra health on it.
Shit, it has 2 hit points. Yeah, it dead.
How much was that?
32 psychic in total.
What's dead?
Whatever this mysterious creature next to Z-Bot is.
No!
Z-Bot, you hear the soft sound of something hitting the little grate next to you.
There's 2 creatures it could be.
Oh no, it's not. It's a third one. I bet it's a fucking pixie, which was that little fluttering thing. I bet it was a
Whatever it
fairy or
is,
something.
it's dead. There's a tiny creature next to you, Z-Bot, that is now dead.
Aww.
We can revive.
We can
if
revive
necessary.
it! Gwen!
I can literally revive it with one of my abilities right next to me.
Yeah,
the
revive
question
it.
is, do we want to?
Yes.
Fungal infection.
Oh no, that's worse. Let's get Gwen to revive it. You don't need to.
Yeah,
It
we don't
depends
wanna
on
give it
if
a
Chris
free
is saying
scoop.
it's outright dead or if it's getting the same kind of treatment as us.
Well, see, that's an interesting thing. Even if it was getting the same treatment as you, it has 2 hit points, and you've definitely done more than double that.
All right.
That's what I was meaning. It's
It's
dead, so
flat
we
out
revive it.
dead.
So even by player death roll rules, it is dead. It is just flat out dead. You have done
16 times its
16 times its hit points.
It's been killed several
It's a
times
freaking
over.
fairy.
It has been killed 16 times over.
It's a
Yeah.
freaking fairy or something. It's what
And-
actually got them onto the ship in the first place.
Just to let you know, my actual health pool for my bear form is about the same, almost the same amount of health as my actual character.
Yeah, because
So no, you did
Nice.
knock me out of the form.
You've got something that's boosting it.
Damn. But Fukyu, is that your turn?
Yeah, because I can't see Z-Bot, so I can't give him a thingy.
You're meaning Bardic Inspiration. That can also work on
Yeah.
hearing.
So I didn't catch that. What? Sorry.
It also works on sound. It doesn't actually require sight.
Does it not? I thought it was target or ally you can see.
Or hear.
Was it? Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I would,
Our new guide DM has like an encyclopedic knowledge of the rules.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. In that case, if
I mean, I've already got one.
would have heard Z-Bot come down, fuck, he would be like, just give him like, yeah, he would sing a couple words and give you inspo.
Your mushrooms look nice.
Your mushrooms look nice, even though I can't see them at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
But I'm sure they are.
You present your mushrooms nicely.
You just start playing the Last of Us theme. Niche joke.
Not
I can't
seen
play-
it yet,
play
so
anything.
and I never played it.
It's good so far.
Yeah, I can't play the loot at the point anyway. So I've only seen like one.
You can whistle it.
Yeah, I've only seen like the first episode of it so far.
It's good. I'm enjoying it.
No. Would I like to have used my reaction to use fungal infection and revive the little pixie next to me?
Does it actually revive it properly, or is it raised dead?
It brings it back as a zombie with 1 hit point.
I hate
It's
you.
not.
Okay, so we're potentially getting a zombie fairy. Or
It is
zombie pixie.
It is a zombie. What was it? Sprite.
Zombie sprite. Can you resurrect a zombie back to a living
If a
creature
beast or
after it's
Yeah,
been
if it's
made?
still within the well, you have to kill it again. But if you kill it again and so it's undead, and so it's dead, then yes, you can resurrect it based on like when it first died.
Cool.
But I'm going to assume you can't do it while it's undead, or at least I'm saying you can't because it's more fun that way. You have to kill it again. Because hey, you can't resurrect your allies until you re-kill them with the necromancer, because who doesn't love that? But Fukyu, that was your turn, right?
Yep.
The whatever creature
Oh,
this
it's
is
not a
gone.
beast or a humanoid.
I'm gonna say it works for the sake. It's effectively a humanoid. Look at it. It's got arms. It's got legs. Screw it being a fae.
In that case,
Friend.
Oh god, what the hell have I just opened up?
Friend.
hang on, I need to see if it's something that I need to see.
No, that's fair. But something's gonna jump down the hole onto the platform of Z-Bot as it's like halfway down, because it takes 2 rounds for this thing to descend. The entire platform shakes around you, Z-Bot, as something heavy lands next to you.
Judging by what you
And
saw on
it's
the
going
top...
to attempt to grapple you.
Yeah, judging by what it saw on the top floor, I've got a pretty good feeling that that's the
Yeah.
big fucking... I know what type of hag it is, but I'm not going to say. Or I think I know what hag it is, but I'm not going to say.
Yeah, fuck you's reaction goes off Man of Whispers, steals the shadow of the humanoid that within 30 foot of me that just died.
Okay.
This is a humanoid sprite.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll give him a dual class citizenship. He gets to be a humanoid and a fae.
Yay, because he'll be a friend.
Especially because there are like now fairy playable characters.
Actually, yes. Also, like, it's the same as what Gwent is. He's a humanoid and a fae, which is weird.
Yeah.
So,
But well, you get that. You get a little shadow. This creature that lands next to Z-Bot is going to attempt to grapple you, and this one's been working out. So I'm gonna.
is it really?
Probably not working out that well.
Fucking
It depends what Z-Bot. Yeah.
Oh,
Z-Bot,
damn.
it's fine.
They're strong.
Well, it gets multiple attacks, so it gets another attempt. It's gonna keep trying to get.
Never mind.
Well, it gets 3 attacks, so let's try one more time.
Yeah, this
See,
is
this is what
Also
happens
down.
when you skip leg day.
No, technically one of its attack has to be its bite, and only two. So I'm going to replace its claws with actual grapples, and I'm just going to bite you at the end.
Ooh.
Just get.
Let's see. Bite attack. Does a 27 to bite.
Yeah.
I think it hit the level like 12 AC bear.
11.
Does this not break their teeth?
Yeah, that's actually a weird bit. Bears are great for damage in 5e. Terrible for durability.
Well, apparently it can't grapple you for shit, but the dice decided it can bite you.
You can bite the fuck out. It's really tasty mushrooms.
15 piercing damage as the creature bites into you with its sharpened teeth.
Right.
Freaking probably an anise hag.
It's a vampire.
I think it's an anise hag, but I don't know. I don't even know if it's the hag, to be
Oh,
fair.
it's a hag.
I'm mainly thinking just the anise hags are the big ones. Like, physically large. But I can't see it, so I don't know. Idea. And also, I can't remember what they're resistant to anyway, so it's fine.
We're gonna finish up the round with a couple more.
Can we have our friends, by the way?
Oh yeah, I forgot to add sport. No, because we're coming to an end. We'll add them next time.
Okay.
They'll activate straight away next time.
Let's
Technically,
see.
they don't activate the first round anyway.
That's why we would have gone past it for this one.
Yeah, this would have been the second, so I'll let them have 2 actions next time.
Cool.
But let's go ahead and just do 2 attacks with the golems. So 2 attacks on Lou here. Does a modified 20 on both hits. Hit.
It would, but I'm going to shield one of them.
Well, it shields both
To be
of them.
fair,
Well,
shield lasts the full round,
yeah.
so do it on the first one, and you miss both. Cool. Then it just batters against your shield. 2 hits into Fukyu. Hilariously, this fog cloud's still proven to be a bit of a pain. Oh, nope, those are going to be misses, because I'm pretty sure the highest there is a 12. And the one on Alvina actually has disadvantage from the fire attack previously, so that's going to be a miss on the first, and a critical failure on the second.
Yay!
They're good meat sponges, but they're not particularly well. At Fintel's command, he's going to step over and command the creature.
The hat creature.
He's going to tell the creature down there. He's going to speak in Sylvan, saying something that none of you can understand, and as a consequence of that, the fog cloud is going to evaporate.
Cool.
Ooh.
So we see a zombie fairy and a spore bear.
And I see everything.
You do see everything, which
So do I.
well, you're currently in the corridor fighting a thing.
Yeah, but I can see past them.
You see an Anis hag.
Yep. I thought it was.
Two golem, technically 3 golems from the thing. The hag is trying to grapple you. The sprite is now a zombie. Still, you even see the sprite itself. Now that you can see it, also has the same twisted silver neck chain around its neck with chains along its ankles and wrists.
Are they the same chains that we found Drax wrapped up in that Alvina's just got
Yeah, that
like,
was
tied
twisted
to
silver,
her?
wasn't it?
Those are twisted silver, yes. So they are made of the same substance. These ones appear to be engraved with glyphs of some kind.
Ooh.
That you need to have a closer look on. Yeah. But so far, other than the golems just have your standard arcane like inscription written on to animate them. The hag, the sprite, and you can't see the unicorn down here.
I wondered where it disappeared to.
I'm assuming it's still up top.
Yeah, it has teleportation, so it just teleports
Oh, there
everybody
it is.
up. For the sake of thingy. But the unicorn, the hag, and the sprite all have these twisted silver engraved chains bounding them. They appear to be prisoners of some kind. But Fintel is going to look down, and out of line of sight of everyone, is going to begin casting a 8th level spell.
Damn.
As Zbot, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Please don't fail this. I hate you. Destiny.
Would you like to do anything before I announce the result?
Yeah, I haven't used it, and I've got another plan for getting the word across. So yeah, I'll destiny it.
I hate you more.
Unfortunately, Destiny has decided.
It's a
Please,
10.
please use the bardic inspiration and roll a 10.
Okay. What? Your
You
bards.
got fuck yous D10.
It's
That's
a
why they
D10.
roll a 10.
Ah.
It's probably not good enough, but you never know.
No. As your mind pushes through, well, actually, let's first describe the spellcasting. Unbeknownst to all of you, because it's still invisible, something happens above, but you hear the chanting of Sylvan. And to Zbot, you hear these chanting Sylvan words, musical and lyrical, in your mind, begin to twist and warp your reality around you. You can feel the more aggressive, wild, and chaotic part of your personality begin to take hold in you. The spores feel satisfied, a hunger calling to them. As the world around you begins to warp, and suddenly friends become enemies and enemies become friends, as you become dominated by Fintel and his magic.
Dominate monster.
And in just in common, speaking down to you, because to be fair, I think it can be telepathy. How does this work? Oh yeah, telepathic link. Cool. And in your head, issue you a telepathic
Could I
command.
join in the phone call?
Nope, unfortunately not. It tells you to press the button and revert the elevator back up to the surface. As the chained unicorn stands ready with a held action. Zbot, you have been commanded. You must activate the elevator and begin rising back to the surface. Unfortunately, you are dominated and cannot make the save until the end of your turn.
Mm.
Oh, apparently each time you take damage. Wait, does it actually do it at the end of your turn? Is it just when you take damage?
Dominate monster might actually just be when you take damage.
Yeah, apparently it's just each time you take damage, you don't actually make the save at the end of your turn. So you're being commanded to press the button, and you find yourself doing so. Why wouldn't you? Your master demands it. It's the most natural thing in the world to you as you begin rising on the elevator back up. As the elevator was only halfway down, it only will take the full end of the turn to get back up there. To the rest of the party, the fog dispenses, and you see Zbot with his big bare hand press the button, and the elevator stop and begin rising again.
Ah, shit. Elvina goes.
They are nearly completely out of sight, but we'll say it takes them till the end of this round. Which is at the end of Alvina's turn. So Alvina, it is your turn. The elevator is now 3/4 of the way back up. What would you like to do?
Alvina's going to raise her left hand in the air and goes, brace yourselves! And Molten Smash. The area, trying to miss the sprite. That's about
You're
it.
going to try and hit the elevator.
Hit the elevator and the two golems and the Anishag and Zbot. With Molten Smash.
Was it 15 foot? We'll say that just catches the elevator. It is a ship. It can't be that tall. 15 seems about right.
And it's basically just missing the sprite, but hitting the rest of the stuff in front of me. Possibly taking out a chunk of the wall. But I can see the sprite, so I assume it's a friend. Also, it's got a mushroom growing out of its head at the moment.
But let's have a look here.
6.
Because then it push Zbot off the elevator. Is the main bit.
Is the hag gets a save? What's the save? Is it just +5? Okay. 24, nice.
They are strong, to be fair, so.
They are strong. And then the two golems, I'm pretty... Oh, they might be able to make it. What's the golems? They get a +4. So that's a 7. Nope, so they both fail. What kind of damage was this fire?
Fire and magical.
That first golem only had 13 health left, so it's now dead.
That's the one that got directly hit by the hammer.
As you just go through that golem as you're attacking. And it takes the bludgeoning as well. Yep, so that's what, 30?
Yeah, it's 30 damage.
Yeah, 30 damage altogether.
Weird
Yeah.
enough. They have fire aversion, but they don't actually have like vulnerability to fire. Shame.
Yeah.
Be so much better. The hag's going to make that and therefore only take half, I believe.
Yes, I
Yep,
believe
half
it is.
damage.
And
Does
it
the
isn't
hag have
pushed
anything?
back.
Isn't pushed back.
But Zbot is off the lift.
Well, we'll see about that in a second.
Oh.
Because the hag is going to use its reaction to attempt to grab Zbot before it goes flying
Ooh.
off. After all, they're allies. Why wouldn't
True,
they?
yeah.
The chained sprite is dead again.
I missed the sprite. I aim to miss the sprite.
Oh, fair. Well, fair enough. Then let's have a look. Zbot, give me a dexterity saving throw as the hag attempts to catch you.
Bear's not got good
Oh,
dex.
I just realised with Synaptic Static, anything that failed it, that survived, was meant to take off a d6 from all its attack and ability checks.
That is true. I believe that's also saves.
Con saves to maintain concentration.
Not strength saves, though.
The target can make an intelligence save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself as on a success. It's just attack rolls and checks.
Ah, okay.
That's fine. This is going to be a check for the hag, so I'll do that. Was it D6?
Minus a d6, yeah.
All right. Then that is a. Wow. Okay. A nat 20 with a +1 -1. Zbot, what is that dex save? It's going to be a very low DC save though, because dear God, that hag is grabbing you.
Really fail it, please. Also, you're no longer a bear, I don't think.
No, I'm still. Wait, how much?
30.
30. I'm still a bear by 1.
By 1, okay.
There by 1.
I mean, I did 32 damage to you in bear form earlier.
He's got something that's boosting the health of it by a lot.
But Zbot, I need a dex save.
Exit from the bear.
I think a bear's got a -1, but I could be wrong.
Who knows how the game boosted.
Yeah.
It's not a good dex, but I don't remember if it's like
It's
actively bad or not.
It's 0. It's a
Is 0?
+0.
Okay. Roll
No,
really
it's
bad.
not negative.
Damn it.
As
16.
unfortunately for
Negative.
you, with the sheer nat 20 of the hag and the reasonable dex of the bear, the enemy allies are able to grab onto each other, and with the sheer strength of this Anna's hag, with its 21 strength,
Strong as Alvina, by the way.
strong as Alvina, it just grabs that bear's leg as it's getting pushed back by the thunder, and it is kept on that platform.
Damn it.
As unfortunately for the party, as we come to the end of the order, the elevator reaches the top of the platform where the waiting unicorn is ready. And
Teleport.
unbeknownst to everyone, this unicorn has a little bit extra juice in it. It's a slightly more powerful unicorn.
It's a roided unicorn.
Roidcorn.
The party, or the group of enemies, including Zormir, are teleported. Or not Zormir, including Zbot, are teleported away, leaving behind the
Zombie sprite.
the zombie sprite and the 3 golems, one of which has just been obliterated. As with that, to be fair, he doesn't actually need to recall the golems. They are disposable. It's a shame he lost his sprite. It was such a hard find to imprison.
It's fine, we've got a pet sprite.
And it was such a good find to get.
The party now have a technically... We'll have to discover that the zombie can speak, because I'm pretty sure it's under control of Zbot. What's going to happen with the sprite? But if you can somehow resurrect the sprite, maybe a source of information about who this enemy is and where Zbot has just been taken. But for now, Zbot has been kidnapped. The party is able to mop up the rest of these golems because, dear God, I don't expect them to last long.
They're no longer invisible, which means Alvina can free reign on them.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, all invisibility also dropped when Dominate Monster went on, but nobody cast anything, so it wasn't important at the
It
time.
just meant we got to see the
Yeah.
hag is the main
And-
one.
And it was like if we had the support rounds, Sodoff would have been fireballing this elf on the main deck.
That's true. To be fair, the elf has quite a large hit pool to put up with that, so I can at least assure you nothing significant would have made any difference from just damage.
The only one that
Fair
I'd
enough.
have said is I'd have had my golem grab the unicorn and bugger off with it.
But gently.
That's fair. But to be fair, your golem does have a quite low hit point left now with 30, and would have probably died if one direct hit from Vintel.
That's what I was assuming. Is like I'm fine with it not having any like mattering on it. We can go get the rest later.
Yeah. With that, that is the end of today's session. We managed to temporarily save Zormir, only for Zormir's replacement character to get kidnapped.
We've had 2 kidnapped characters now.
This is how Chris gets rid of all of us. He doesn't kill us. He just kidnaps us.
We've had 3 kidnapped characters
Yeah, I was
this
gonna say,
campaign.
technically 3 kidnaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you count Assassin being kidnapped by us. 4.
Oh no! In that case, 4. 4. Because we've got
Eve.
Yes.
Assassin technically being kidnapped.
Point.
The point
Assassin's
and
captured by the
and-
professor.
Yeah.
and Zome's replacement.
Mm-hmm.
But on the plus side,
Open-ended.
Alvina has a new pet. So let's look on the bright side here.
A new pet,
Yeah.
which the only words ever spoken were "Please help me," and then it instantly died.
But don't worry, I'm going to kill it again and resurrect it.
Wow.
Alvina will have. Alvina's got the funds to actually have it just resurrected by Gwent.
Nope, true.
So,
But with that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. I hope you enjoyed today's session, Race Against Death, and the introduction of potentially a new hostile faction against the party. Who knows what their agenda is all about? All I know is Fintel really spits a lot when he speaks. Find out more next time when I
Which you
think we'll
shouldn't
have
do,
more
because that's how you
players
get
back.
hit by doors.
And hopefully we don't lose anyone between now and next week. Thank you for watching. This has been Alterra. Good night.
see ya.
Good night.
That was great fun.
I'm
I'm
out.
happy. I've got a fairy now. It's like, but does Alvina know what an Anishag is? Do they live in Fantasia?
Yeah, they are Fae. You are aware of the different types of Fae.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
They're
Alvina
kind
has
of neutral, like mercenary factions for hire between
Stop
the
giving him
Archfae's
more
wars.
people. Stop giving him more stuff by taking away my stuff.
But we're going to get your stuff back as well. We're going to get a net
Look, it's not
positive.
my fault. You put the item the enemy was looking for inside you, and the easiest way to get it was just to take you.
Take
Yeah.
the whole package.
I know.
You
I
know.
was like, if he's got no way to detect it,
Who's
this is
just
great.
gonna-
If he's got a way to detect it, he's just going to steal you.
This is gonna piss Zarmir off, and he's definitely gonna go after him and kill him.
Hey, don't worry, we wanted to anyway, but it just means that I get an Anis Hag and a unicorn as well. Oh, and also we've got a big pile of flesh golem parts for you, Zormir, so we've got some positives for you.
Yeah, we've got
He
spare
doesn't
parts
want
for you.
flesh golem parts.
Why not? You're an experimenter. That's what you do. Build a new golem.
It wasn't a go. It was.
Alvina
It was a
doesn't know.
mechanical.
I know. Alvina doesn't. She's stupid. You just build a new one out of flesh golem. But yeah,
You can Frankenstein it.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, you can make a spore golem now.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Doesn't
all
even-
we got time for today. Hopefully I'll be back on Monday because hopefully I'll be better. Apologies for, not having a webcam and things. There is a reason, and it is to do with the fact that I am unwell. But yes, thank you guys for watching. That was great, Chris. Thank you for GMing it. Thanks everyone for playing. Yeah, we should have more people back next week as well. So yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Otherwise, hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Every single one of you keep playing video games, keeping it awesome. You guys are the best on Twitch. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.